we are hitting the point. I know I said it last week that it was kind of the middle of the point season, but after week 9, we will have less weeks to go than we had to start at the middle of the. We're getting towards the end of the fantasy season, and I want us to appreciate it. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's one hell of an intro, right?
We gotta start doing practice runs of my intros, maybe in the bathroom mirror before we hop on the Discord call. But Jeremy, how you doing?
I'm doing good, and like Will so elegantly put, we are more than halfway through the fantasy football season. I think, at least we're getting closer to league trade deadlines. You're starting to really know if your team is legit or not. So there's a lot of people that were kind of those fringe teams now having to accept that Alvin Kamara and Tony Pollard might not be the guys this year.
Are you calling out a specific team of mine? It feels targeted, but no, we are. And NFL trade deadline next week, right? Tuesday. Hopefully we get some big moves, big news, so that we can have that going into the stream. What's up, Sean? Good evening, good people. Harrison, Nody, gang,
Sean.
Checking in. Good evening, gents. What's up, Birds Builds? I'm sure we'll get to some of the big news. I like starting off, like going through some of the big news. Obviously, Cam, Scat, everyone pour out a Four Loco for the boy, because that was
rough.
That's tough, man. And the worst part, like, I know all this talk about like the way he plays is like he's gonna warn himself to injury potentially, but that was such a fluke, kind of could have happened to anybody type of injury, out for the season. I guess I don't know. I'm sure we'll talk about it at some point, but what's your, like, if you are you trying to buy Scat for whatever veteran, or where's he at for you in terms of like buying on a 1 year punt team? And I think it's kind of tough with these kind of injuries that happen towards the middle of the season, where we don't have all the details, especially like the Malik Nabers stuff was a little bit weird with like how long it took the swelling to go down for him to actually, I think he just had the surgery today. What I saw. And that stuff's always tough, like when you're positioning yourself for the next year. But I guess just like instant reaction when you saw that happen, I think maybe Tracy's the more, let's do that. Let's do the Tracy, because I think the Scat one's tough, and I'm sure we'll have some Scat conversations and trades that'll come up. But on a rebuilding team that I had Tracy on, I just sent him away for a second, third swap. And it wasn't my own third as the tanking team. So I had Tracy on a tanker, traded Tracy and somebody else's third to get a mid-second round pick, which I think is pretty fair for, let me get Tracy through the rest of the season. We saw what he did last year for the Giants. Is that right around what you would pay for Tracy on a team where you could use a running back?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's about fair value. It is crazy thinking that like where Tracy was last year or like last offseason, and now he's like, oh, well, like a second is good. But
yeah,
I mean, that's just a testament to what Cam Skattebo did in the limited run he got. I mean, I think unfortunately the hard part with the Cam Skattebo situation is like it's going to take a long time. Like he's not even a guaranteed starter next year. It's not like, okay, like he'll be back next year. We don't know what that looks like. And it's also similar to Tyron Tracy, right? Where it's a later round pick. They don't have a huge investment in them. So they could totally just say, well, Tracy's doing his thing, Singletary's doing his thing, and we're not going to really give Cam Skattebo that type of workload again. So I haven't had any wishes to be like, let me sign up on a 1.5 hold Cam Skattebo on my IR project. But I imagine once once next year rolls around, maybe I'll pick up a few Skattebo. But it's hard to buy into him knowing that it's going to be like a 1.5 type hold situation.
Yeah, I would be cautious paying, like, I mean, people know this, but like yesterday prices, like I know people are feeling the hurt of the first round picks that were sent out for Scat, and it was deservedly so what he was doing through the season and the projected outlook. The one nice thing about Tracy, I will say, is Dart looks decent, and like I think this Giants offense is going to be like reasonable. The Tracy last season was kind of on a dumpster fire Giants team, and he was kind of the only consistent producer next to Nabers. So I think there's some merit to.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's kind of underrated.
A year, yeah. Um,
I was looking at a few Cam Skattebo trades that happened today, just to kind of see where people are at. Like Woody Marks straight up, uh, Vidal and Kelsey, Ingram and Jordan Mason. I feel like
dang.
those are probably the teams that Skattebo got
Those
them in
are
a good spot, and then
and
they're
those
like,
are
I need production now.
yeah, I like those moves too, and I'm gonna pull this up real quick just so we can give Scott. I like to move quickly through the streams. I see the chat messages coming in. We are gonna be doing I'm sure you all saw the title. We are doing a startup draft, a mid-season startup. So we are going to be treating the draft like we are starting a league heading into week 9. So through the rest of the season, everyone's records 0-0. Through
Joe
the rest of the
Flacco
season,
101.
Joe Flacco 101. And yeah, I think it'll be interesting. So I'll pull up some of these trades right here. But yeah, you said Woody Marks in a second. Woody Marks straight up. Skattebo a second and a third for Jacobs. I do like these kind of pivots
Swift and Wayndale
for Josh Jacobs. Like replacing that hole and trading away an injured player. It might feel like a lot, second and third, 12 team start 9, but when you can get a difference maker for the rest of the season, I think people tend to underrate that in Dynasty because they don't want to lose the value of, when I plug all these pieces into the Dynasty Daddy trade calculator, I'm losing. But sometimes you got to get your guy. These are sneaky buys, like trading away J.K. Dobbins, second round pick. I in most leagues I'd be fine doing that.
I mean, I think a lot of teams that had Cam Skattebo, given that he was a second round pick, he was on some good rosters. So a lot of these trades are teams that probably are like, well, like, I guess I just will have to suck it up and trade Cam Skattebo plus and get Josh Jacobs because I need that elite production.
Yeah. All right. I'm sure we'll get some more scat. He deserves it too. So if you got your scat questions, feel free to drop them on us. I know we have one live stream ask that we will hit, but let's get into it. Subtitle Chip here. Good evening, gents. Good evening. I'm on a quest to save the princess. Godspeed. Good luck. I'm in a Superflex Devy league. I have Josh Allen, Drake Maye, and Jackson Dart. How important is a QB3 in a long-term league like this? Sell ever? ? That is really interesting. I don't play in many Devy leagues. I'm trying to think of like the Devy depleted aspect of the rookie drafts alongside how many quarterbacks you would be rostering in a Devy league. To me, I just in general, without knowing any other aspects about the format, how many starters, when the 3 quarterbacks you have are like movable pieces. So when your QB3 is like Michael Penix or worse, like Cam Ward or something is your QB3, like that is very hard to move that third quarterback. But when Jackson Dart is the third quarterback, or you feel confident enough in Jackson Dart to move one of Josh Allen or Drake Maye and get the return for those players that you can get in positional players, I am a big proponent of that. And finding cheap ways to fill out your QB3, like all the Mac Joneses and Joe Flacco's and
Carson Wentz.
RIP.
You're watching him him die on the field. Honestly, that was sad. And then Kurt was like, oh, he can't show emotion. He can't show emotions like that. I'm like, buddy, I think his arm is literally falling off.
I think he can. And I think any human would.
I think everyone knows he's dying out there. But yeah, no, I mean, I agree with what you, I mean, like you have 2 locked in dynasty guys long term, Allen and Maye. Yeah. So to me, it's like, in Dart is someone that I can sell. So to me, even if it's a Devy depleted league, unless if you're literally like got some other weird format settings or something like that, I'd just be looking to say, let me get some value for Dart, just so I could, fill in that QB3 spot with some cheaper options, because I don't need to have dynasty value at a spot I'm not using. Because all it takes is get him to have 6 bad weeks or so, and now everyone's like, yeah, I don't really want Dart. Like, like, oh, he's just like a worse. He's just Justin Fields. Like, you want to be able to sell on the hype, not when everyone is like thinking about him as a long-term player.
Yeah. And the one nice thing too, like about having a QB room this strong, like Josh Allen or Drake Maye, if like all hell breaks loose and you made this move, so let's say you moved Dart, whatever, packaged up to him to get, I don't know, whatever receiver, Nico, Rice, whatever. If like boom, Josh Allen, shoulder, he's going to be out for the rest of the season. Like these quarterbacks, Josh Allen, Drake May, you can move to whatever tankers or figure out another way. Like teams will pay for these quarterbacks even when they're hurt, with what Drake May is doing right now and what Josh Allen has done every season since his second year. Next up here, Lebellium. What's up? What's up? Start 8 single QB, 1 PPR, 3 and 5 record. QBs are Goff and T-Law. Got Jacobs, Hall, Kyron, Nico, CD, Ladd, QJ, Kittle, Fannin. No 26, 27 first. Is it worth a move at QB? Daniel Jones, question mark? In a single quarterback, I am not trying to.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would say the same. Like in especially a start 8 as well. It's just very shallow. So I mean, if there's anything that's probably hurting you, it's probably the combo of Ladd and QJ, and me saying, am I betting on the right one? Right? Are you starting QJ when he puts up 0? Are you starting Ladd when he puts up 4? Like that's probably the hardest decision there. And in a league like this, it's going to be like, can I tier up higher? Yeah. Now, if you're able to say, hey, I could take T-Law and something else and get Daniel Jones, sure. I do like Daniel Jones more than T-Law. Long term and rest of the season, the rushing upside of Daniel Jones as well is probably safer than both of your options. But with all that being said, it's not like a huge difference in impact in that format.
Yeah, I feel like every time we get a single quarterback trade, and I admittedly do not play in single quarterback leagues, Dynasty, I am just always like, any trade that is me getting value for one of my quarterbacks, sign me up, like no matter what it is. So I feel like if we were getting asked that question on the other side,
it has to be like Josh Allen.
Yeah. Someone's like, hey, someone's trying to buy my Daniel Jones. They think it's an upgrade to Goff and T-Law. We'd be like, oh, hell yeah. Like, let's find a way to get a second round pick or something. Like, let's milk this guy. So yeah, looking at this team though, start 8, like Jacobs, Hall, Kyron, feel good about. Nico coming back this week. CD's been hurt. That's probably a big part of the 3 and 5 record. Ladd been inconsistent, but over the past 2 weeks, there's some conversations about Gadsden opening things up for Ladd. The way teams are having to play, baby Antonio Gates is opening things up for the Chargers receivers. But I'm a big Ladd guy, so I mean Nico, Ladd, CD having to start QJ, rolling with Kittle every week. I think this team is fine. And like, yes, maybe you're losing the quarterback battle, but without first round picks, I think it's really hard to get a difference maker at the quarterback position. And I'm not trying to use seconds and thirds to do that when I've traded away my first. Don't want to lose too much flexibility.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of the 3 and 5 record is probably just because a lot of the other teams are loaded. And then you're also sitting there with CD being injured, Nico being injured, Kittle being injured. And then even if you're starting them, like you might have started Kittle last week and he got you like 0. So it's just I see,
this is related. I see a Nico out of the corner of my eye. What's up, boys? What's up, William? Are y'all still Nico believers? I don't know if I'm just being impatient, but I keep trying to trade him. He is probably hard to get what you think he deserves or what you deserve for him right now. I was going to get a little football-y here. So everyone buckle up. The Texans were playing more 6th linemen this last week, and it's a little bit combined with the Niners not having a great pass rush or just like a super injured defense overall. But Stroud had some decent time to throw. We saw a pretty good Stroud game. So my hope is, and all like the first read metric stuff for Nico has been great. Like I'm not worried about him as a player, what he's doing on the field. It's just all that offensive line and Stroud having time to get him the ball. So I'm still believing, I think it's some positive signs, even if it's hard to buy into a long term. And I don't think you're getting, like I just got, let me know what you think about this. Alpha Daddy. Shout out to everyone in the Alpha Daddy League. I got sent this. I'm sitting at Buffalo Wild Wings Sunday before the games, sitting there at 11:30. Got a DM, and the message was, it was a trade offer. My Michael Pittman and my second round pick for Nico Collins. And the message was, this is what the trade calculator said to start with, which I love. And I didn't even counter. I hit accept. And I don't even think that's that bad. Even if you're a Nico believer or hater. What side you got? Yeah, I mean, because I think there's some merit.
I'm still a believer here.
I think difference
But
making too in terms of dynasty value. Like even if Michael Pittman kind of has these spike weeks through the rest of the season, I think heading into like age 29, it's going to be hard for people to treat him like AJ Brown heading into year 20 or age 29. You know?
Yeah, he's like a Debo, where you're like, I don't know about him.
And I like Pittman,
just value wise.
Yeah,
I mean that catch he had was incredible, but I mean I'm still
nasty.
a Nico believer. I still think he's just kind of like treat him like Joe Burrow. It's like you're just kind of out like until that offense addresses the offensive line, and they can actually like give Stroud enough time to get him the ball. But it's not like he's regressed as a player. It's just kind of a lost year given the construction of that team.
Not yet, I believe. Chair, we cooked? No, we are not. We are going lightning mode immediately. What's up, Spy Russ? Rome and a second for BTJ. Am I selling too low on BTJ and buying too high on Rome? Thoughts? This is an interesting one. I don't want to cop out. I feel like my answer would be these kind of trades. How much do second round picks matter in this league? Like if it's insanely shallow, I am kind of fine doing these. I'm losing the value to feel better for the rest of the season with my similarly level dynasty asset. But I'm a big Travis Hunter guy. Have we heard anything on the BTJ like shoulder injury stuff? I know they don't have to release practice report stuff. I don't think yet coming off the bye. That would be my one fear. Like if there was any kind of, he might be missing this week, then I'm okay doing that kind of move, but I'm probably taking the BTJ side. My BTJ thing, and I'm a big bag holder. You guys will learn if you haven't already. But I just
you're loyal to your guys. That's what it's about.
I do. There's some kind of weird. There's some kind of weird yips, drop stuff. Hospital ball feeling he's getting like over the middle. Some weird drop stuff. 100% for sure. Like you can't deny that. But I just don't think you can do what Brian Thomas Jr. did his rookie season and not produce similar to what we expect from Odunze. So I am not out on BTJ. So I'd probably take the BTJ side and hold on to that second. But I don't know. In a league where if it's a super shallow league, would you take the Rome side?
I don't know, man. To me, I kind of lean the Rome side just because I think a lot of the BT, like in order for BTJ to be kind of where he was preseason, he would have to be putting up like JSN numbers or whatever, right? Like, I mean, he was getting steamed up.
Yeah.
And even if he does that again,
start of the second round in startups.
Yeah. Like if he does that next year, it's not like he's going to be that much higher than Rome. Like I could totally see Caleb developing and all of a sudden, I mean, Rome has been pretty solid to begin with. And it's like, I get the extra second here and I trust that Rome and BTJ will finish similarly because there's also the fact that BTJ got that usage and the yardage with a different quarterback as well. And I don't know. I mean, the Travis Hunter has looked better. BTJ's looked really weird. We don't know what's going on. There's those weird trade rumors that he might get traded, which I don't think is going to happen. But
things have to be really weird and bad for that to happen. Here.
Yeah, just something's not clicking for what, to say, oh yes, I would take BTJ over Rome with a plus. So I'd probably just take the second, be like, sure, I don't feel as good about it, but.
And this, thanks guys, you rock. I appreciate that. I do want to say timestamp wise, this was posted immediately after the question. So this was not in response to our answer. So just so, anyone watching back, maybe the sentiment changed after our answer.
They were worried. The listeners were worried.
I'm honest. Okay. What's up, Brandon? How we doing? Can we get a price check on Rice? And I do see here, Brandon here, or Brandine. Phil, there's maybe like 5 receivers I take over Rice at this point. We did the Rice price check last week, but I think the back-to-back, 2 weeks of the season, he kind of deserves the double check. And I kind of want to go.
And he was like, what, 1 yard away from 2 touchdowns?
Yeah, he could have had 3. Well, I guess, was it the same drive, that one? Because he had like the Wildcat one, and then he had that out of bounds one. All right, so I believe when we looked at this last week, I put him right around Drake London, and it was like that wide receiver 9 area. And I do like, if I saw a Nabers, like some contending team was still holding on to Nabers, and I saw Nabers straight up for Rice, like I would not bat an eye. So I think to me, I'd still take CD and up that we're looking at here on the Dynasty Daddy KeepTradeCut fantasy football player rankings. But yeah, would you fight with any of these wide receiver 7 through 11 guys like Igbuka or London or Rome?
Not really.
I guess we'll see in the startup too.
I just think the like right now he's wide receiver 12 on Dynasty Daddy. He's wide receiver 13 on KeepTradeCut. So obviously the market's catching up to him. And a lot of that is just we need to have enough data to actually be like, yes, this is where he belongs.
Like BTJ for Rice, you're getting laughed. You're getting laughed at.
Yeah. Like I'm like BTJ, Nico, Drake London. Like in 2 games, Rashee Rice almost has more points than, like he at this current pace, like 2 more games, he's going to pass all these guys.
Yeah.
Igbuka looked incredible. So that I think that's kind of where I would bucket him in, which is like the Mbuka, JSN, Rashee Rice type of range. And then obviously you have like the blue bloods, like we've done it for multiple year types guys with Chase Jefferson, Amon-Ra, Lamb, Nakua. But I would feel pretty comfortable probably putting him right below JSN, probably wide receivers 7. I think right now is a lock. Like I wouldn't take him for any of the guys below.
Yeah. And I do think the Nabers thing too, and like I want to give so much respect to what Nabers has done, his rookie year and the start of this last season. But man, like anytime you're coming off a major injury, if I like feel like I can be in a similar-ish range, and that's what I feel like with Rice. And 2, I think like we'll talk about another deal. Shout out to Garbo who posted in live stream ass channel. One of his deals, little sneak preview, had basically I think it was like Tedo McMillan straight up for Rice. And like I love T-Mac, and I think he's going to be a stud. But in terms of expectations for the rest of the season, like give me Rice 10 times out of 10 compared to what I think T-Mac's going to do every week. So you have to factor that into dynasty value as well. It's not just an age plus hype combo. We still want to score fantasy points, and Rashee Rice been doing that. Round 5 of a 12-team startup this year. Pam's been insane so far. It's beautiful. What I'm going to do right now.
I think too, his usage was even better. Like, he could have had like a 40-point bomb last night.
Yeah. I am going to post. So if you guys did not know, and you should have, we are going to be doing a startup mock through the end of the season. I said at the beginning. So I'm going to post that link right now. So click in there, join. And once we get 12 people, we'll get started. I want to roll through some more of these questions, but there is the link to join.
I need to do that.
Bro, I sent it to you before the stream. No, you're good. We usually don't get people.
I forgot. It's fine.
This guy. I could have been practicing my intro in the mirror.
We don't have like 200 people in here. So
if it gets full, you're gonna have to watch from the sidelines. I'm sorry.
I have to watch.
We can tag team. All right, Tyler, what's up?
I don't see you in here.
Oh shoot!
Giving me some crap. You haven't claimed your spot.
Oh, there we go. We see Sean in here. Let's go. Tyler here. I'm a rebuilding team in a 10-team start 8. Super shallow. 0.5 PPR. I have 2 firsts, a 26-27. I have someone offering me Swift and a 26 third for a 27 first, which will probably be a late first round pick. Thoughts? Oh, super shallow. Super shallow leagues are interesting. I really want to hold that first, and can I use multiple firsts to get like real juicy in a 10x8? And I like Swift, and I want to give respect to the production, but I think we've been seeing more Monangai than people would know and be comfortable with as Swift bulls. But I'm probably trying to hold the first, and not just like let me buy a different running back for the first and running back plus third, but can I use 2 firsts to really upgrade in a 10x8?
Yeah, I mean, given that this league is so shallow, 10 team start 8, it would be better to do what you said. Like, can I take 2 first and go get someone that is a big difference maker, someone like that. I will say if the third was a second in Swift for a late 27 first, is that something? Does that change the equation for you, or are you still like, no, like I'm going to hold on to that 27 first?
I haven't played in my shallowest league is a 12x9, and in that league, seconds do kind of carry value. Like you can kind of move seconds around to get like a little bit above the Rashee Shaheed range, like straight up. Like I just traded DK and Kamara for like 3-4 seconds, I think. And basically because my entire roster was pretty loaded. But yeah, I probably wouldn't. I don't know. It's probably fair, but to me, I always go back to in these shallow leagues, what carries more weight in a deal if I'm trying to consolidate and upgrade, which is impossible to do, but necessary to have like a dynasty super team in these shallow leagues. What carries more weight? DeAndre Swift or a first round pick? Like DeAndre Swift and a third or a first round pick, you know, DeAndre Swift and a second or a first round pick. Like 9 times out of 10, it's that first round pick. Yes, get in here, join the draft.
I do agree with you.
I appreciate it. We'll roll through these questions, but definitely get in here, guys. This is gonna be a, you know, do you know dynasty ball type of draft? You know, the ADPs are all wonky. Sean said he's gonna go easy.
Sean also promises to go easy on y'all, so don't be scared.
Click this link in here. Trying to convince
or something.
Yeah,
we can pin it.
Mods? Just kidding. I don't think we have mods. You're the mod, Jeremy. Make it happen. You're the mod for your own channel. Oh, nice. Good work.
It's a grassroots production here.
We're freestyling. All right. Harrison is trying to convince one of the hosts to join a brand new Dynasty League that could start mid-season, but he won't. What gives? Jeremy, do you have a response?
I said I would. I haven't gotten any updates, so...
Maybe it's me. I don't think I was asked. If it's me, my bad. AJ Lee here. Best ball contender. Same. Shout out to myself in the Charlie Daddy League. Most points scored. 220 this last week. Every player scored a touchdown. Shout out to Tucker Craft. Best ball contender. Would you trade a mid, first, and scat for Saquon? Ooh.
Mid, first, and scat for Saquon.
That's a good deal. Best ball contender.
I really do not want scat on a best ball team.
Yeah.
Because you're holding like a 0 for a year and a half.
It's got to be a team that this year did not go the way they thought when they paid the piper for Saquon. And then this last week, the 2 wins they got against the median made them 3 and whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not doing the math.
Are you doing a first plus for Saquon in general right now? I know he had like a good game last week, but he is banged up.
I'm going to be fully transparent. I've not been getting. I've gotten a couple deals done in best ball, but no like firsts or major second round pick deals in our best ball league. I think it's really hard for me to like gauge the prices of running backs in best ball, especially running backs like Saquon that like have the workload to consistently hit your lineup, even if that really hasn't been the case this year. I think it's pretty fair. I would probably try to get something back too. Like if this truly is a manager that is like, I'm blowing it up, like this year's not going my way, someone to give me a first and an injured player for Saquon. If they're willing to do that, like get some value, like get some receiver, get Jawan Jennings back, get somebody that can be hitting your lineup. So that would probably be my response. If this was sent to my inbox, I'd be like, yeah, it's pretty fair, but let me get just a little bit of value if I'm going to be giving you a first plus somebody who did what Skattebo was doing.
Yeah, no, I agree. I do feel like that's just a little high, especially in the best ball. Like I want to kind of be keeping the amount of players that can score relatively high in best ball leagues.
Yeah, this is another Saquon here. Alvin here. Hey guys, what's the price check on Saquon? So I assume this is not best ball. Let us know what the starters are if you have that. Owner's holding out for 2 firsts, but I capped out at Woody, Marks, and a mid-26 first, which I think is more than fair after this last week. I mean, we were talking just last stream about, can you even get a first for Saquon on the streets right now? And the sentiment was no, because it was, why wouldn't I just buy another running back for a first round pick? If I'm gonna pay the price for somebody Saquon age. I think 2 firsts is a little fool's goldie. Dynasty Superflex,
that's definitely like someone that's he's like, oh, I got a fish on the on the hook.
He hit the trade block.
Actually, it's 2 firsts now. Yeah, like it's after like, ooh, someone is actually interested. I wouldn't budge on Marks in the first. I think that's a good deal, especially with what Marks has shown us so far. He's seemed solid, so
yeah, that's more than
I'm
fair.
fine with just holding that.
Is there any other running backs? Like, would you rather have Jacobs than Saquon? I know Jacobs has been a little weird with the injury stuff, and then we saw a little bit more Emmanuel Wilson this last week than I think people wanted. That's my only response to these kind of deals.
Could buy a Jacobs easier.
I was thinking that,
I feel like the
CMC
Saquon just has the CMC always has the injury concerns, but like his production's been so good that the team is probably like, oh, I'm a top 4 team, so I'm just gonna live or die by CMC. Whereas like the Barkley manager is probably like, crap, like I got to get out on this guy.
Yeah. But I do think I think I
feel like it's kind of a thing. What I was going to say is like, I think it's one of those things where it's like, maybe in a vacuum, maybe try to go after Jacobs or CMC, but realistically, like in your league market, that just might not exist. Like there might, the team might be 7-1 and have Jacobs, and they're like, well, I don't really care about what he marks. Like I'm trying to win.
Yeah.
So it might be kind of a what's your league market look for that type of trade.
Yeah. Do you want to post like a at here in the Discord for and if you guys want to get in here, last chance before we post in the Discord. But we'll still be answering questions. So if you don't want to be a part of the draft, which why wouldn't you? What's wrong with you? No, all good. We will still be answering questions and going through. So let me actually I know we got 2 through Discord. Do you want to hit the Discord ask ones real quick before we start the draft? Hopefully people are getting in here.
Yeah, we could shoot that because we still got multiple spots.
Perfect. All right. Shout out to Garbo. Posted in the live stream ask. This is a 12-team Superflex. I believe this is a start 11, if my math serves me right. 8, 10, 11, yeah. PPR is a full point tight end premium. Made a couple contending trades recently. This is the one I had referenced. Moved a first and third for AJ Brown and Shaheed. And then the one I had referenced was Tet for Rice and Pollard last week. Looking to move my remaining 26 second. Do you think it's more important to upgrade my QB2 or my running back room? Any targets come to mind? So Garbo's going to be rolling out Penix and Josh Allen every week. The running back room is Chase Brown, Charbonnet, Pollard, Montgomery, and then Isaiah Davis, potentially. I think in a vacuum, it's probably easier for you to upgrade your running back room versus like what you would have to pay to upgrade Penix to a difference-making quarterback. So let's take a look at the running backs here. Any tankers? We got a 1-7. Oh wait, I'm gonna do this actually. 2-6 team. 2-6 team with Swift. That's interesting. Would you move? I mean, would you try to see if you could just get that second and turn that into Swift? He also has Burden. Burden's kind of an interesting piece on this kind of team, but obviously just got hurt this last game. Burden's like the type of
2-6.
I think Swift would be a good target. I mean, this team lost Burrow. They're 2-6 right now. Bill.
Yeah, I mean,
but I think he's probably harder to buy. Kyron on a 2-6 team. You probably would have to come with like That would probably be harder. You probably couldn't do like Burton in a second. It'd probably have to be Kincaid or something. Anything jumping out to you?
I am trying to catch up.
Oh, my bad. I gave Jeremy an assignment.
No, you're good.
Then I threw it over to him. That's bad podcasting, guys.
Infamously, I can't do anything.
You can't triple task.
Okay.
So my suggestions,
it looks
Garbo.
like Brandon hasn't been able to join the draft. So I was trying to figure out what was going on there.
Oh, is it me? Let me know if it's me.
I don't know.
I think some people are joining.
Maybe try a different browser.
All right. So honestly, like, I do like getting Pollard thrown in the last deal. Like, I do not like Pollard, but
yeah,
that was a good addition for what you have going currently. I would probably try to buy Swift using that second round pick, especially once you've already moved your first. Like, as a 5-3 contender, I would not want to be bringing a Charbonnet, Pollard, David Montgomery sword to a gunfight against some of these other contending teams that are rolling out JT, CMC, Jalen Warren, Gibbs, James Cook. Like, you need to get a little bit more firepower. So I definitely would try to go after those cheaper guys you think will produce. I know I just talked to. I would knock on this door.
I would cut a bunch of these wide receivers.
Yeah. What running backs?
Like, you're using a lot of roster spots on them. And like, you're like, what do I do about QB3? It's like, well, maybe pick up a Garner Minshew, a Russell Wilson, something that news could change and these players get some sort of run. That's an easy fix. Not that it might not work out. Gardner Minshew might never get play or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's something. I do think Burden's probably the piece that I would be trying to move for some sort of production. I think Swift would be a solid bet. You could maybe convince this one dude with Bucky if you're trying to pay up. Just because, like, you can always spin that running back narrative of like, oh, running backs get washed quicker type of thing. Like, some people don't want to have a rebuilding team with valuable running backs on it.
Yeah.
That would be potentially a player I pay up for.
I haven't moved much Kincaid or seen a lot of Kincaid deals go down, but obviously you have Laporta. I mean, would you be willing to move Laporta in a full point tight end premium and just kind of make the Kincaid bet just because that should fetch you a good return? Or even just Kincaid. Like, what are these?
The issue is tight ends are just so hard to move. Like, I don't think you're going to get, like, I think someone's more willing to buy a Burden type player because they're like, oh, I like Burden as a wide receiver versus like, let me just get a Laporta on a rebuilding team.
What is up, Shane? When does the draft start? As soon as it's full, I think Shane. Correct. Oh, let's go. Guys, Shane's in here. Come on. True. Good call.
Rico RB1.
Shane got early access footage to the video we recorded today talking about some contender buys. That we'll see if Will gets to editing tonight and has ready for tomorrow. But yeah, so get in here, guys. Come on. It's I'm not asking anymore. This is an order. Get in here. This will be fun, guys. Mid-season startup.
You're gonna scare them away.
Oh, okay. Come on, please. Wait, is this the other one? Yeah, I think so. The only thing that I will say, and I agree with you, that tight ends are hard to move, but I think at a full point 10 and premium, some of these teams that are rolling out like a 3-5 team that has like Saquon, Derrick Henry, Javonte, Kamara, like he's smashing with Chase, Amon-Ra.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. AJ Barner, Ferguson, Juwan Johnson. I mean, like maybe.
That's it.
Yeah, I got to JMO.
He's smashing with.
I mean, they are smashing. Like Jamar Chase is smashing. So, I think these kind of teams, like obviously, I mean, he's kind of lucked out starting AJ Barner some of these weeks, but Juwan Johnson as well. I would at least kind of knock on these doors to see is there are there even pluses I can get on top of Laporta or Kincaid for some of these older running backs off of this team? That feels like they're pretty good across the board, rolling out, Saquon, Derrick Henry, Javonte.
I feel like Marcus FTW might be the biggest Laporta suitor. Because I was looking at all the other ones and I'm like, I don't know if this someone that's like probably trying to win is feeling good about trading someone like that.
Yeah.
Maybe EKN 209.
Yeah, this was
AJ
the
Garner.
Yeah.
But if you look at everyone else, it's like, do you want to pay up for Laporta or just roll with Fannin and Mason Taylor? It's
yeah,
like,
I'm the Lions.
I'm fine.
I'm the Lions fan.
And Jake Ferguson. Like this guy doesn't want a tight end.
I think the easiest, cheapest would be the Swift guy. This was a 2-6 team. Like purely off of using the second round pick to buy running back production. Like I would see what you could get done here. But I think we're in the same boat that in terms of ease, it'd be easier to upgrade the running back room than the quarterback room. And when I have Josh Allen, I'm fine having, Michael Penix QB2. Like that's fine to me. And I don't think you have the,
why can't you join? Is the link busted or we got some people? I don't know if the link is giving people some trouble.
How, Jeremy, are you trying to make this a me problem? I messed up the link hitting copy invite. It did say commission it.
I'm starting to think maybe.
Was there more than one person who? I'm just gonna keep the screen up. We're getting this started now. Not actually, but please get in here so we can't get it started now. Guys, it'll be fun. Look, the ADPs are wonky. We got Joe Burrow top 5 on IR. This just isn't updated from the start of the season, right?
Yeah, they don't update it. ADP usually doesn't update for like mid-season stuff, I think.
Got to go to Dynasty Daddy for that type of thing.
Our ADP doesn't update that much. There's not a ton of drafts. There's not a ton of drafts happening.
We gotta work on our yes and.
Yes and.
Okay,
I don't want to false promise people.
No. I would never lie.
It's okay. We're so close.
Look at this, guys. Two away. All right. Maybe if I answer some of the questions we've been ignoring, people will join. Except it blocks the. Okay, there we go. 12 by 10, Superflex, half PPR, 0.5 10 in premium. Recently sold Gaston and Josh Downs for JMO and a late 26 first round pick. Thoughts? Ooh. Man. Is Gaston the truth?
He has to be.
I will say this doesn't really answer this question, but I think it does a little bit. The last time I fist bumped myself making a trade was 2 weeks ago when I traded Rashard Smith in a second for Gadsden. And that's the last energetic excitement I felt about a dynasty trade I made.
I mean, that was like a week ago, right?
Maybe it was a week ago. 12 by 10.
I mean, honestly, I think that's good return, though.
It is.
JMO, late first. I mean,
the only thing
in reality, what tight ends are worth more than that?
I know, but Jeremy, I know you see 0.5 tight end premium, but also half PPR. So that 0.5 hits a little bit harder.
It does hit harder, but a first plus the gap between JMO and Josh Downs.
It's fair. It's a lot more fun to just buy in on the Gadsden hype, though. Don't you want to have fun in Dynasty? I'm the Lions fan too.
I do love a good hype train, don't you?
It's just.
Okay, we are one away.
Somebody hit claim.
You can take Gadsden at the 102. Should
I randomize or should we keep the order? Do you think people choose their spots for a midseason startup? It is third round reversal. Also, we should do that. What's the Okay, one more question because there are a couple. 12 JDAPs, 12 team Dynasty PPR 5 and 3. Second points for, but just lost Scat. Damn, pour one out. Would you trade a 26 first mid to late and Bill and Tesla for Kyron and Corum? You have Judkins, ETN, JCM, rookies filler. How many starters? You have a projected early 26 first too. Man. Bill and a mid first for Kyron. I would almost just rather get Grosser than Kyron and not have to move Bill in a first. And by Grosser, I just mean
still unknown
older.
Bill.
I'm not
still
I'm not in on like I'm feeling great starting him every week, but I don't want to like overreact too much on an awesome roll versus, you know, Marcus Mariota, Kansas City Chiefs defense. 10 starters. Guys, one more. Come on.
I'm curious,
please.
like, if this I'm curious if you just trade Skattebo. Like, would you do Skattebo in a first?
So if it's 12 by 10, we do love Bill. Brandon's here. Can't talk down on Bill. All right, because I was just thinking of this running back room. Like, okay, yes, you have Judkins on bye this week. Yeah, I guess ETN Bill doesn't feel great. You're 5 and 3, second in points 4. I mean, these like if you're second in points 4 and you're 5 and 3, I mean, Skattebo probably was a big part of that, so I don't want to talk too much out of this side, but it makes me feel like the team around Skattebo is probably pretty strong. I'm pretty bad at doing the paying a first to like get the Kyrons of the world. Like I am almost always going to like Jalen Warren or, you know, whichever Derrick Henry type is the cheapest at the time.
Yeah.
Which sometimes doesn't work out, you know, like I bought a ton of Aaron Jones. I have a lot of Tony Pollard heading into the season, and like those cheaper veteran buys.
Aaron Jones is back.
He is back. He started, and also was awesome game script. So I don't want to get too excited, but guys, you guys are gonna make us somebody in the chat is like debating. You're looking at the screen and you're like, oh, I would like to see the startup get started. You gonna make us do the team 2 is an auto pick? Is that where we're at? Am I gonna have to make an alt sleeper account?
Make an alt sleeper. Make a burner account.
But would you do this deal? So I know you said Scat. Would you do Scat in a first for Kyron and Corum? You do have an extra first, which makes me a little bit more comfortable doing this kind of move on a contending team.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the most comfortable with it, but I think if like the hesitation is, well, JCM might, you know, flourish later on the year in that role. I'm like, well, Skattebo is not going to play for 12 months at least.
Yeah, you know who's going to flourish is Kyron Williams scoring you fantasy points.
Yeah, I'm like, if I'm sitting here, I'm 5 and 3, second points 4. I'm trying to win. I don't really want to sit on a Skattebo for a year and a half.
I mean, I would test the waters, like versus
angle. I might rather do that.
Yeah, versus like especially with how shallow this running back room would get. I mean, Judkins, ETN, Kyron is not super shallow. That's not what I mean. But like being able to move Scat in a first.
I just keep looking. I keep looking over.
I didn't even see this. Also, opinions on Warren feels like a high floor running back, affordable for contenders. Yeah, I mean, Kenneth Gainwell's involved, but the nice thing about the backfield is Caleb Johnston is not at all. So yeah, I like the Warren roll. All right, this is more redraft than dynasty, but who would be good stash players with the trade deadline coming up? Yeah, I feel like every year we get excited about like, oh, Breece Hall to the Chiefs, like all these crazy fantasy podcast type moves, and they never happen. But speaking of that one, like the one that they're at least the ones that are at least somewhat more likely are the ones where it is the perfect combination of like bad team plus expiring contract or end of a rookie contract. Like those types of moves can happen because it's a team that's willing to kind of like take on the contract and obviously get the production this year. So Isaiah Davis like is one, just with, you know, Braylon Allen injury, Breece Hall potential. Any other that jump out to you? Like some of the other ones are kind of gross. Like I know like the Saints, I don't think they would move Chris Olave.
I heard the Shaheed was being shopped. I heard there was interest on Shaheed.
Yeah, that was one. I wonder if that was the potentially Steelers one before they signed MBS. That's their Walmart Shaheed.
Honestly, that is a Walmart. It's the Amazon Basics Shaheed.
Amazon Basics. Any other? What are the other
Team 2 still available?
Any takers, guys? If you, what could we? Never mind. I was gonna try to say like, what can I give this person that joins this? I don't know what I have to offer. My love and affection. You can send me a Twitter DM and I promise I'll answer it. Even though I would do that to anyone that sent me a Twitter DM. Yeah, I don't know if I have any other ones that I like feel like are reasonable. That would matter. I think Breece Hall is probably the biggest one. Tony Pollard, I guess like
Rico Dowdle to the Chiefs.
I think Tony Pollard's the other one that is kind of a similar combination of like team plus contracts plus a team might. But that one would probably be grosser for the backfield he's going to than necessarily like, I mean, better for Spears, but that's not a waiver wire guy, a stash guy like that. He should be rostered everywhere. Sorry, Dabadoobie. I'm putting all my energy into getting someone to claim team 2. All right. Somebody want the 8 spot? It's open. You don't like the 3rd round reversal?
Just keep shuffling everything.
Teammate is open.
That will fix it all.
Would you trade a late first for Javonte if your team is a serious contender? Maybe a little something on top of Javonte. Yeah, I think Javonte is like right at that level of like I'm comfortable trading a late first for that expected production for the rest of the season. It does always feel a little sketchy, like these running backs that you don't have the long-term contract on and you aren't certain that you're going to get. I got happy for a second. Just saw somebody moving to teammate.
Now
but
team 1's available.
Is Javonte? He feels like the classic late first running back contender buy. Would you? Are you looking to do that, or is it more you're okay with it? That's a weird question.
Is there a situation, or is it just in general?
Like, you got a late first. You got a late first. Skattebo just went down. You're like, damn, I got a good team, but I need to fill that RB2 spot. Are you trading a late first for Javonte?
Probably would, but I want to just like get like something else back, like a little, like a third or something gross. Like give me a little bit to just help me, sleep at night knowing I moved to first.
Or like these kind of moves too, where it's somebody willing to move a Javonte type. Like I am trying to get little things tacked on. Like if it's a deep enough league, can I get Juwan Jennings added on, like old receiver or something? If I'm giving you a first round pick. I don't know why Juwan Jennings has been the tack on. It's a different weird player every week. I think it was Rashee Shaheed 2 weeks ago. It was a Trey Tucker 3 weeks ago. He's the poster boy this week.
What was that one? The Greg Calcaterra.
Greg Calcaterra. That was not one I was trying to get tagged onto deals. I think I was.
Yeah, that's not.
That was a different context. This one. What's up?
Take
him
in the first round.
Yes. Dustin, what's up? Benson sitting on waivers. How much fab should I give up? Thanks. This has got to be redraft, right?
Probably, or just one that's like super shallow.
I mean, that's a clip load for me,
from like a bench
in all dynasty formats for sure.
Yeah, you just kind of.
But I'd probably do a hefty. I mean, should we just do the let's go, Sant Zozat? Thank you for keeping the spots. Let's get the startup going. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh. I owe you, Zant.
The excitement, yeah.
That's with the Jokic with the dreads. Let's go. All right, Joker? Josh Allen, QB1. Let's all right. I am still a Jaden Daniels guy. I know potentially might be missing this week.
Wow. No Drake Maye. Come on.
I think
I read on Twitter that apparently Drake Maye is the better. No, I don't blame you.
Yeah, I think I still think. Are you still a third round reversal guy? I know some of these quarterbacks are kind of performing better that were more, mid second, early second, third round pick guys like Drake Maye, Patrick Mahomes that, people might feel like they're getting a deal by, going receiver. Ooh, got the Bijan on the 103. This is now I should have said this before, and we did say this in the middle. This is a mid-season startup. So imagine you join a league and we are starting. Everyone is 0-0 right now. We have the rest of the regular season through the playoffs like your normal leagues, but obviously we're starting week 9 instead of week 1. And it is Dynasty Superflex, 12 by 10, 0.75 tight end premium. It's in the top left. Chase, 104. I did consider Chase at the 102. Hey, he's about to break the target
all
record.
these guys you got to consider, right?
Lamar 105.
I was hoping Lamar would fall all the way.
Lamar hate is crazy. I will say, Kadranos, I get it, but man, how do you look at Jamar Chase, Bijan Robinson? They're all set still 100%. But this is full PPR, 0.75 tight end premium.
Oh,
JD5 at 2
Malik
is
Nabers
a bit.
Is going to crush.
All right. Do you think what's the JD5 at 2? I get from the injury standpoint, like a current injury player, I totally get not loving it. But to me, Dynasty, I'm probably still a Josh Allen 101 guy. I don't want to do the age thing too much, but to me, like I am so confident that JD5, even through the injury, man, like through the hamstring injury, he's rushing 8 to 10 times a game. And I still think he is an elite quarterback. Gibbs 107.
Yeah, and I mean the Commanders are just regressing as well. I mean they're like the oldest team in the league, so I mean
he hasn't had Terry, the full year. Like I think second half of the season, I think JD5 will cement himself as the top 3 startup pick. That isn't getting any. JD5 at 2 is a bit interesting comments from the Seans of the world. Shout out to you, Sean. Ravens guy had to grab Lamar.
I had to grab Lamar. I'm like, come on.
Biased. Lamar 105.
That's crazy. Lamar at the 5. Come on,
bro. Shane, does any fear strike your heart in a 3rd round reversal going Bijan at the 103? Or are you going to out?
You didn't watch last week's games.
No, it totally unrelated to last week's game. That was
if
that was
anyone
a
is
combination.
freaking out about
that was Kirk Chains related. Hurts at the 111. How do you feel about that? I know you were.
I think the biggest surprise to me is we are sitting at Justin Jefferson still on the board right now.
I kind of get the big Justin Jefferson fear. I think is a little bit short term related, which is totally fair in a midseason startup. Like if you're choosing between JSN, CD, Puka, Chase rest of season versus JJ, like I'm taking all those guys easily, and quarterbacks in the Superflex makes it a little bit easier to take those guys, but bite the bullet.
John Hill, I thought you were going to go easy on us, man. Come on. Got to keep leaving Jefferson on the board.
5 in my 12-team startup preseason. Interesting.
No tight ends. I know Bowers was like
0.75
late first as well.
And he should be. I know we haven't gotten injury report stuff. I think, do we not? I think I asked this question, but I think you also don't know the answer, so I shouldn't ask it a second time. But I haven't heard any Bowers injury stuff, and we see Trey McBride. Trey McBeast. The ADP is screwy too, so be wary. Man, Saquon 16th overall. BTJ 17th. See Bowers.
Back tight ends.
It's 0.75
This is a
tight
Dynasty
premium.
one, right?
This is Dynasty.
Okay. Just making sure. So you're still kind of factoring in some
there
of
is
the
Drake Maye, the 2-4.
Dynasty value, longevity. That's where you see the Drake Maye. You see Patrick Mahomes in the top 10, back up there.
Ooh. We got a good question here. William, I've never done tight end premium league before. What does it mean? So whenever you hear us say tight end premium and we put a value before it, so this says 0.75 tight end premium, that means that tight ends also get the PPR. They get a point per reception, just like every other player, but they get an additional 0.75 points per their reception. And a lot of Dynasty Superflex leagues add this to give a little bit more value to the tight end position. But we talk about it. It tends to just make the studs a lot better than making the scrubs meaningful. But I think it makes the overall play. Oh, sorry. I don't want to cut you off 34 seconds here. What's going through your mind, Dynasty Daddy?
I'm just thinking. I kind of just want to take a running back, and it might be kind of psychotic.
Yeah.
But Take GT.
I was gonna be curious to see where Genty would go, because I feel like the like trade market, he's still around here, but more like figuratively than in reality. Like, people don't want to pay the price for Genty because I think there's some fear that it's such a dumpster fire this year that why am I paying that price for a running back, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think too when I'm taking a first or second round, I want it to be a true stud.
Yeah.
That also has some sort of impact this year. And a lot of the wide receivers, I was like, there's enough that I can probably wait around before I feel like I need to take a wide receiver or quarterback.
Yeah. Oof.
And like if Jinty
Rice.
still stinks all year, next year he'll be fine. You know, like Gibbs, Jinty, I feel confident with those.
Yeah. I am curious to see if we will see one team try to do the tanking thing, and maybe it's me. But I mean, you could build a pretty fun Burrow, Hampton, Nabers. It's a lot less fun, but you at least look cool and feel like your Dynasty Daddy team ranking will look good. There's JT, man. Chase JT.
Cool. You always look cool.
Can you imagine running into a Chase JT buzzsaw in the season starting right now? Also, I'm gonna pretend bye weeks don't exist, even though that would be something that you should probably consider in a midseason startup.
It's Dynasty. It's Dynasty though. So
I know, but every little
if a bye week is shifting your value and how you want to pick players in Dynasty, what you doing, man?
Hey, if you're gonna act like that isn't a minuscule advantage, what are you doing, dude? No, I think Burrow. I was gonna consider doing the Burrow Nabers thing at this turn and just taking the JD5 injury on the chin, but of course I get thrown for a loop here. Man,
Gadsden's available.
Gadsden is available. QB. I do not love this QB range. Like Bo Nix, I would consider, but I'm not the biggest.
Yeah, I was looking at those and I was like, yeah, I could probably kick quarterback for a while.
Do you think we are going to get Nico back? All right, let's go Nico.
There we go.
Let's bag hold. Little bag hold here. And let's see some of these questions while the guy that has Jacobs in my league is 11th place and won't do 2 firsts for Jacobs. That is a lost cause. Jeez.
That's ridiculous. I mean, that's just one of those ones you're just
he's in it for the love of the game, man. He's just like,
yeah.
I just want to score the most fantasy points.
He opens up his closet. It's just 8 Jacobs jerseys.
Man, 2 firsts, 11th place team. There's no helping that manager. 12 team Superflex PPR. Thoughts on the value difference between the 101 and 103 currently in the 26 draft? Should I continue selling to try and lock up the 101 currently projected top 3 with 3 other mid-late firsts? Yeah, I mean, to me, I'm doing this in Bravo Daddy, and fortunately we don't have any other tankers, so it's a lot easier for me to do this. But you do not need Tyron Tracy, you know, like, even if you've like, maybe I can get a little bit more waiting a couple weeks, like, get these points off your roster, especially from these assets that do not matter. And even if you think they matter, like at the running back position, if you can turn that into equivalent pick value, like, why can't you just buy that production next year? So I am 100% in if you're already committing to doing that. Hurts, McBride, Nabers. Okay. JJ, Amonra, Bo. That is pretty nice to start JJ Amonra and still get Bo Nix there.
Yeah, that's one of those crazy teams. If you look back in the offseason, be like, oh, imagine getting Jefferson, Amon-Ra, and Bo Nix.
The startup's going to be so interesting midseason because, I mean, I'm going to pretend we all know what we're doing here. And the like QB range that I feel confident in, like I can get Dak Prescott, you know, in the 6, you know, pushing whatever, like that is just not going to be the case, especially with people probably not being in on Cam Ward as much, JJ McCarthy.
Oh yeah.
Michael Penix. Like a lot of these guys are going to fall down below, Jackson Dart, Dak Prescott.
I'm waiting for you to take Travis Hunter. That'll be a good moment.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm waiting for the Jags wide receiver 2 to go off the board so I can swoop in. I actually don't have, it's kind of funny. Like I feel like I have this feeling that I'm this like huge Hunter bull, which I kind of have been a little bit, but I do not have a lot of Travis Hunter. Like I have him in the Charlie Daddy league, and I almost traded for him in another league this last week, but I think that's it. JSN, Maye, Achan, that's pretty nasty. The only thing that's like really interesting about Saquon, how do you feel about Saquon at the 3-5 there?
I don't hate it because I think at this range you start taking more speculative wide
You probably love
receivers,
it,
like
starting Gibbs and Genty, but
well, yeah, I mean, for me, it's like cool. I don't have to worry about the regret of passing up the value.
I think it's just hard to look at that next to Achan, and you don't want to do that. Like you shouldn't let the last pick that happened influence your next pick, but it's hard to not do that. What is up, Becca? Wait, I'm gonna do the work league update after you get your pick in here. 26 seconds. So 2 running back start. Tyler Warren.
Give me the guy. Give me the tight end premium.
Man, over Gadsden. Really? Wow. Interesting. Stuff might win. That is a good pick. What's up, fan crowd? Lucked out with Daniel Jones, Sam Darnold, Jackson Dart in my Dynasty startup draft. Punting on QB netted me 4 firsts. I'm in first place. Should I upgrade my QBs if I'm contending? Jones, Darnold, Dart? I mean...
You're good, man.
Yeah. Like, if you can, like, if it's a shallow enough league, like, I'm totally fine doing that and, like, using whatever Dart plus, Darnold plus, whatever it needs to be to, like, get up into the elite tier. But I'd much rather use those additional firsts if I'm already contending to buy the Rashee Rices, all these blue and green names you see that have gone already.
Yeah, I mean, if you got Daniel Jones and Darnold was good last year, but Darnold's still been good. Daniel Jones has found money, and then Jackson Dart, you got a good value most likely because people are a little bit low because we didn't really know. There's reports that he's not playing all year, even though we kind of all knew that he would. But
this is the dream, dude. I'm sorry. I'm visualizing this draft board. 4 additional firsts in the startup draft, and you hit on Daniel Jones, Darnold, and Dart out of the startup. Good work.
Yeah, that's Breece, a good draft.
Thank you for taking Breece. I stare at Breece in every 3rd and 4th round.
You're going to take him.
Think of what could have been.
That has to be during the offseason. We'll have to do like a portfolio review or whatever, and like share each other's portfolios and be like, why do you have Breece Hall in 80% of leagues?
I have Breece. Breece holds a special place in my heart because I took him in the startup for my home league draft, and I still have him. 3 additional. No, I mean that's still money. It could be 2 additional and still be would be nice.
Becca's first fantasy league.
Oh yeah,
she played in. She picked Breece Hall. I was like, you should take Breece Hall. This is his rookie year, and then he looked pretty good for some of it.
Dang. Work league update. Lost by less than 2 points thanks to a last second Chiefs defensive interception. Oh, that was brutal too. Dang. BTJ goes. All right. I was debating between BTJ and the Ladster. QB wise, man, Caleb, I am not going to go on that ride right now. So I'm probably going Lad. I don't want to talk through too many of my considerations. I'll tell you at the turn who my considerations were.
What's our roster? Okay.
JD5, Nico, Lad. Waffle Hauser, what is up? Thank you for the super chat. This draft is crazy. The air horn button still works. Appreciate the super chat. Does this one work? The ball in
I can't
sound.
So
I know.
Okay.
I was trying to look at your face. I was going to see if you would pretend to do like the head nod.
Yeah, like yeah.
Ooh. Condranos wants me to bag defend Nico. I own a lot of Nico. Would like to hear you defend him. Bad O-line. That looks like will take a while to fix. He isn't getting younger, and UOC likes quick action throws, spreading the ball around. James Cook is a good pick. Wow, CMC Cook at the turn. Okay. I will Nico bag defend right after I make this pick. Oh man, I really, really wanted to take James Cook. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna take a running back that is better.
I'll put GT on the trade block.
I'm going Bucky, man, and you might be hearing about Bucky.
Bucky here is pretty good
in the video dropping tomorrow. We'll see, potentially. I think the ADP is probably a little funky, and I think this is probably a fair range, like out of a startup, you know, like probably right around.
Josh Jacobs is still there,
and I mean he's behind. I mean he's behind Judkins right now on KTC. I think that's like RB7 and Cook is RB9 right now. So like there's people that have their bets they like, and if Hampton was healthy, I could see him being ahead of Cook for sure. So.
Oh, I would have taken Hampton.
Yes, sir. I like this. This is Shane is winning in 2020, 2026 for sure.
Well, the Burrow pick is like the ultimate, like
Burrow.
I'm still going dynasty value. Like I don't need my second round pick this year.
Mm-hmm.
I can build around the rest.
Dang, I moved Nico for Nabers after the injury on a meh team. No regrets. Yeah, I get those kind of deals. Okay, those kind of deals. All right, here's my Nico bag defend. I did the additional lineman, but I also explained that Niners defense I think is not great at getting after the quarterback right now. So to me, it's just a little bit of like talent bet. So I get the like he's not getting any younger, but to me at the wide receiver position, especially like with what Nico does, like 26 to me isn't that much different than 20, 23, 24. Like 2 years feels like a lot, but elite talent, I think, especially at the receiver position, I'm fine projecting over
I kind of want to get 4 year window.
I like the Baker pick. Yeah, what would be crazy for you? So you've got, what's crazy after going RB tight end?
Another tight end, baby.
Ooh, dang, he is crazy. This guy. Dude, I went tight end in that Alpha Daddy league. First 2 picks, McBride and Bowers. That hurts, man. The Bowers here. That's a difference maker that is not doing much difference making for the team right now. There we go.
He's helping you get that early first.
Crafton Mayfield. Yeah, something like that. Did my Ask Club get answered? LOL. Birds, I would like to apologize. We did answer one of the questions, but we will hit that one right after the draft. We'll do the review of the draft and then we'll hit that one. Caleb Johnson at ADP 66 is crazy in hindsight. Dude, it's crazy, but I took some Caleb Johnson in some rookie drafts behind, like Buka and Quinchon, Harvey in that like 110 or 110, 111 range.
I got a few Caleb's.
Dude,
he's a decent buy, to be honest.
For right now.
He's like a Vincent bet.
When Caleb was just supposed to be Najee, but younger, it felt pretty sick. Now, it turns out he is, what is he? He's Gus Edwards, but younger. Okay, we see Kyron. Barkley.
Did we hit this one? Where does King Henry fall? Speaking about veteran RBs, contenders should be buying.
Yeah, I mean, we're, as far as like
Alvin.
contending running backs, like, wouldn't surprise me at all if he's next running back off the board. Even if you disagree with that, right? You've got Henderson here, Chase Brown. Who else would even be in the mix?
Well, this is an earlier question before a draft, but it is kind of topical.
Yeah,
because he's still on the board. But yeah, I mean, I think Henry's a perfect buy if you don't want to move it first. Because I don't think anyone's like, oh yeah, I'll get a first for him. But you could probably get,
it is tough after these
good
production games from running backs. There we go. There's Hunter. Hurts, McBride, Nabers, Hunter. That's pretty fun.
Jake. Will's going to be in your DMs to try to trade for that Hunter pick.
Oh, wait, I'll do this. Actually, how do I wish Sleeper would let you like make this shorter, Like I want to show some of who's available right now.
Yeah, not have like half the screen or none.
I guess this is decent. Javonte. Jefferson. I mean, the people asking if you should trade a late first for Javonte, he just went at the 412 of the redraft startup.
I'm curious if they're going to do the Dowdle thing of like not re-sign him and just be like, we'll just pick whatever distressed running back and sign him to a 1-year deal and do it again. Or if they're like, oh, maybe we should keep the cheap bargain guys that do perform well and give them a cheap extension.
It's going to be interesting because you have to pair it with, we just see Pickens go right there. I mean, Pickens feels like a franchise tag guy, right? And we'll see how that situation works out. Yeah. So, sounds good, dope. I wish I was in this draft. Birds. We must have missed you at like the worst window ever. We were begging one more person to join the draft. Literally begging. Like it's not a hyperbole. Jordan Love there. Like that. All right, QB's on the board. We got Stroud, Kyler, Purdy, JJ Ward, T-Law, Goff, Penix, Dak, Ballin. All right. Okay, we do have a couple more questions. Yeah, Justin Fields. I'm a contender. I trade Rico and Isaiah Davis, though, for Travion Henderson. Rico has been great, but now is the time to buy Travion. I don't hate that price. Like, that feels like a second in Isaiah Davis for Travion, which is pretty nice. I like these, I'm a contender, but I did this dynasty move. That is feels like more what a rebuilder would do. Like, if you don't need to make the Rico bet, I'm like always down to do these kind of let me make the dynasty bet moves.
Yeah, I mean that's how you kind of like extend the window for running out a competitive team. Is if you can say, okay, let me sell some of my old guys, take the risk on some of these younger guys.
Yeah.
Because when you are a contender, you don't have access to early first round picks, so you kind of have to make a few bets on distressed players if you want to get that type of talent.
Yeah. Wow.
Speaking of Travion Henderson.
Travion at the 5.5. Which is so funny. Like my instant reaction is why? Like why take Travion here versus like some of these other? I think the only like why I would give to that, I'll talk about after my pick. Because we 100% could look at this next year and it's like, oh, Travion, great, end of the season. Whatever. To me, I am kind of out on paying. Like this feels like, I mean, where was he going in actual startups heading into the season? You know, what was he, 4th round at the earliest? I don't think he was sneaking into the 3rd round. Because he still wasn't going ahead of a lot of these quarterbacks. And obviously this wide receiver range, through Bucky. All right, Purdy was a QB I was targeting. That is a good pick. Man, your start is a lot less scary when you get. I mean, Purdy in the 5th round. He's probably back this week.
Yeah, that's why I was like, and when he is there, he's pretty solid.
Just got the contract.
But I do think they might be cursed. That's one of those teams.
I love
think
the
back
memes.
To the 49ers and Giants game where the 49ers got like their entire team injured. And I just think about that's the game. Like something happened there where now both teams just always get injured.
Yeah, I do love the memes about like all the 49ers injuries are just like this like dark magic curse to keep Christian McCaffrey healthy for the season.
Yeah.
It's like Pearsall,
like Christian McCaffrey, like
Kittle,
taking everyone's. Yeah, like you got to sacrifice for CMC.
Hi, bud. How are you doing?
You got that German stem cell recovery.
Yeah. All right, my pick is coming up. I'm going to hit this real quick. I know we talked about it a little bit. Think Olave is going anywhere or more likely Shaheed. I think more likely Shaheed, but I do think that unless they do feel like they are getting a decent return for someone like Shaheed, I just think you re-sign these guys. To me, you're going to be having a rookie quarterback next year anyways. Like, why are you trading away, one of your receivers that's going to help with that? unless the contract stuff gets sketchy. Because I think they're way more likely to sign Olave to a long-term deal than to trade him away. Bill, 5'8".
Bill.
All right, so team-wise, Gadsden at the 5'9".
Ooh, there we go.
Chase. All right, other tight ends that were still on the board. We'll take a look at that positionally. Kittle. Loveland. I mean, honestly, pure tight end ranking-wise, actually, oh, man. Dang it. Shane.
We're still in on Kyler.
I'd still take Kyler at the late 5th, man. I can't quit him.
I can't either. I have too much Kyler that whenever I throw him into a trade, everyone's like, nah, I don't want Kyler, dude. Everyone's like saying that he's going to get like benched or whatever, and I just don't see that happen. I imagine they would clean house before they bench him, just given the contract.
I probably would have had the Gaston conversation at this point. 0.75 is probably, like, if it was 0.5, I probably would not.
When do you have the AJ Brown conversation? Because I did think about AJ Brown.
I mean, literally right now, I'm looking at like this quarterback range, and like I don't want to get boxed out of quarterback, but wide receiver position wise,
that's why I took Purdy. I was like, I don't want to get boxed out if things are growing.
Okay, that was a little time's up click. Not gonna lie.
Oh, we got him. You're going to get 20 points and then 1 point every other week.
I think it's okay. Nico and AJ Brown are going to alternate week winning weeks for me and week losing weeks. That's the plan. And then Lad, true, yeah. I need the Lad buddy ball, please. Keep this going. No, I AJ Brown would have been my consideration. I probably would have gone one of these quarterbacks, but I'll probably end up taking one at the turn here. I know I'm giving it away to Zantzozet. Just because pushing like 7th round.
We can't be mean to him. He was the last guy to join.
I know, I'm giving him some intel.
Took us off the hot seat.
I don't know what intel this would be if it's just my next pick. I guess what a Dynasty expert would do. Zay's a good pick. I would have done more wide receiver digging, and I probably would have considered Zay. Honestly, I might like Devontae over AJ Brown.
Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he has like the same issue, but it's also like what happens if AJ Brown leaves. And he's also younger.
They are just like pure production wise, the Eagles stretched together. I think the like insane AJ Brown spike weeks, people like remember them more than the Devonta Smith spike weeks.
Yeah.
And I think this is just a long term.
Does put up really good.
This is a long term like fantasy thing too. Like when you like take a step back. Like, do you remember the whole sentiment of like he's not the team's wide receiver 1? Oh, let me see Smith go there. That's a good pick. All right, do I risk it?
So right, he won a Heisman.
True.
So I'm not overthinking it.
All right, Smith is a good pick.
You want to do the alpha data strategy I did? Take both the Eagles wide receivers.
I wonder how. Let's see. This is a start 10. All right, considerations. I think like Kittle is the last difference making tight end that I feel like really good about, but there's some later in a 0.75 that I feel okay with. Probably not going JJ.
Yeah, Fannon's also low ADP.
Yeah, there is some. There's like Mason Taylor, Fannin. We're doing a little spoiler here. Give me Goff off the bye. No more bye for the rest of the season for my QB2. No, I think Goff gets so
he's your QB1. We all know that.
Goff gets so disrespected, and I think people just don't believe that he is just
over Dak,
a walking. I think they should go similar range. Maybe it's my Lions bias showing, but what did we just watch? Dak sucks, obviously. 188, 2 interceptions. Dak sucks now. No, I think Dak should go in this range. Kittle was my other consideration. It's a good pick. But I wonder what the Shane, Shane's immediately going to the league and going to these contending teams that have not started tight end after seeing you take 2 tight ends, and he's like, guys, I got George Kittle. He's going to smash nuts for the rest of the season. You don't want some of this? And people are going to pay up, man. I would.
Well, let's hope so.
I will.
Could be a tongue season.
Hit my DMs after this mock startup draft.
Hypothetical league.
Yeah. Hit my hypothetical DMs. Let's get a hypothetical deal done. Just traded away Hunter for a mid, late 27 first. Roast me, Will FF. Thank you for the FF.
Will yeah.
I do understand cashing out on the Travis Hunter ride, but I just think, like, to me, after the blow up game, after you get the positive coach speak out of the bye, is it going to be good job, Jake? If we see 7 for 80,
drink the Kool-Aid.
Come on, guys! Everyone buy Travis. Everyone trade your first for Travis Hunter now. Join me, one of us. T-Law. This is I really want to go QB here because my fear, and I don't want to. I mean, shout out to anyone that I let down. If Daniel Jones at the 6'6" is going to look weird to people, but he is worth a first round pick. And that's where, like, a lot of these QBs are close-ish to first plus. My only fear was that this run would happen. So I'll let you talk here on the clock. 40 seconds. What's going through your mind?
I'm thinking the same thing you're thinking of this quarterback run. I don't have a locked in QB 2, and I don't want to get stuck with my pants down. So I think I'll just take the Darnold, because he's certainly worked himself into a long-term extension, or he already had one, but it's not going to be a Geno situation of like,
Oof. Wow.
Sorry, Sean.
Gucci Pooch going Stafford. And this is what happens in these startups. This happened in, was it Alpha Daddy? I think it was Alpha Daddy, where there was a huge.
It was one of them.
I think it was Alpha, because Bravo, I kept trading back because I was full tanking. I think about myself in the context of the startup. Maybe it was Bravo, but there was a huge, no, it might have been Bravo actually. Huge QB run, regardless. Huge QB run, and like QBs that you wouldn't see taken in the range. Like, the economy of the startup draft forces people to do things like Stafford at the 6'8", which I'm not even saying is like a terrible pick or anything, but I probably wouldn't do it. But if you look at the rest of the quarterbacks, man, it's like, unless you feel great about JJ, I don't know who would feel great about Cam Ward right now. Penix,
yeah, maybe like
Bryce Young.
Penix is probably the guy I feel the best about.
Yeah, like it dries up, and that's why the pick to me had to be a Goff or a Dak or a T-Law or a Daniel Jones or a Darnold.
Dylan Gabriel, if you want like a solid 5 points a week at your Superflex spot
for 2 to 3 weeks. Are we going to see Shedeur this year? Isn't it weird we haven't seen Shedeur yet?
4 weeks. He's QB 35.
I don't even think Shedeur is going to be good, but I don't know why we haven't seen him yet.
We're going to see him.
Condranos, are we discrediting JJ McCarthy too much on just 2 games? Vikings have shown commitment to him, tied to 2 awesome receivers still. I agree with this take. I would take JJ ahead of Stafford, but I think the discount conversation, when you put him up against Daniel Jones, Darnold, T-Law, Dak, Goff, at the QB position, I think sometimes we fall into the trap of valuing age versus, like, the quarterback position specifically, valuing age, longevity versus production you're going to get for a 5 to 7 year window with some of these quarterbacks that are like 27, 28. If Darnold signs a 3-4 year deal, I do like the Addison pick. Fun little stack
QBs,
there too.
QBs are not really old until they're like 35. Then you got to start worrying about age.
Yeah. And even, like, yes, 100% pocket passers, but even like the Josh Allens of the world, it's like we get some of these questions that are like, what do you think about Josh Allen? Is the rushing going to regress?
He'll be 30. He'll be 30. I'm scared.
This is like, these kind of picks here are like Addison 7-1, Olave 7-2, even T6-10 make you feel worse to me about taking some of these receivers earlier on. And that's like why right now, Michigan, like a Bucky, some of these running backs early, you feel fine about. because that's not even considering from a contending standpoint. Like these guys you can add later: Devontae Adams, Sutton, Debo, Pittman, even going
Yeah, you
down
can
to like
find random
Diggs,
values.
Shaheed. So to me, like I like building through receiver, but there are diminishing returns, I think, to building through receiver in a startup.
I think you need like the elite guys, but like I don't want to get caught picking wide receiver 8.
Yeah.
Because 8
There
through
we go, Pittman.
20 is pretty flat.
Let's see, how can I do best by? I want to still show the majority of the board.
So I've faded wide receiver big time.
Yes.
I need to start addressing some of that. I don't know if I'm the biggest believer in Xavier Worthy.
Yeah.
Maybe I go DK Metcalf, big contract. I don't hate that, but it's not like the most locked in. I also think maybe like a Jalen Waddle, because they at least have like an age upside. I feel like versus me just saying let me just roll with Debo or Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
We'll go with honestly Jalen Waddle without Tyreek Hill.
I
think he has the narrative could certainly improve with him versus someone like DK who's been very touchdown dependent, and Xavier Worthy who's been banged up, but also unfortunately got banged up, wasn't able to kind of establish himself as a 1A, 1B with Rice, and is kind of just in the mix.
Would you trade Warren for Bowers straight up? I would. Are you in the same camp? I don't think they're far off.
Like 1 for 1?
But I would.
I don't think they're far off. I probably still like Bowers a little.
To me, the Bowers thing is like, I think the like depressed value is a lot more injury related. And I think if we had a healthy Bowers, like even in this dumpster fire Raiders offense, I think he still would be putting up, 6 for 90, 7 for 100 type games.
Yeah, I mean, he just be peppered with targets.
Warren does have a lot more touchdown upside, which is kind of funny in a Jonathan Taylor leading the league in touchdown offense saying that. But
we live in a weird world where the Colts are by far the best team. So
yeah. All right, Chase Brown, 7-9 here. All right, and then Shane here.
Right to fall. I feel like he was someone that people kind of hyped up.
You see, you like the fall? You a Chase Brown hater?
No, quite the fall.
Quite the fall. Yeah, he was kind of like a 4th, 5th round guy. I feel like heading into the season out of startups.
People like the offense.
And it was kind of, you look at some of the other running backs that went in that range, and it was like, why would I take Breece Hall for the sucky Jets when I could just take, Joe Burrow's smash running back, Harvey at the 7-10 off the 3 touchdown game. I mean, Shane's team is kind of built like outside of the Kittle pick, which you kind of assume is kind of a format league market pick. Very built for next year. Cam Ward. Dang. All right, none of these quarterbacks are screaming to me, and I am a quarterback hater. Running backs. I would prefer Waddle. But I am of the belief that the bad Worthy production is a little bit injury related. Rice coming back.
I do agree.
So I think 7-11 is a 7th round is a fair range. Like I think you should go around Anderson, Olave, Pittman, Waddle guys. The only thing is though, I'm starting to do the thing where, because I hate the running backs there, like I'm looking at this draft and I'm like, man, I wish I would have taken running backs early. Like my Dynasty Daddy here, because there's a lot of receivers I still like in this range. Like I'm not a JMO. JMO's not the first time I want to talk about, but even guys like DK, Sutton,
the Goff JMO stack.
Yeah, Devontae Adams. Yeah, we'll see where. I don't want to do any spoilers. Quentin, we'll see where Quentin Johnston goes. He should probably be going in this range.
A lot easier to mid-season to kind of project be like, oh, I feel good about Pittman. You know, like I feel good about these certain players. Like it's easier to pick this range of wide receiver once we actually have what that passing offense looks like.
Yeah.
Lots of wide receivers on this team.
Oh,
Bryce Young, the tech Bryce stack.
I actually, you know, if I was like reading the board a little bit better and saw that, I probably would have taken Bryce first because there are some other receivers I like. Because I like Bryce more than these at the 7-Eleven. Man, we saw the Andy Dalton experience, and this Panthers team is probably not going to be at least early picking. I don't know. What do you think, Jeremy? Where the Panthers picking next year?
In the draft?
Yeah.
Like probably 9. Our schedule gets a lot harder. I mean, all the Panthers have beaten the Jets, the Cowboys, and the Dolphins. And the Falcons.
All right, I am gonna go DK.
Taking my guy. Taking my guy.
It's I feel like DK is kind of like the classic. I don't feel great about the pick, but slotting into wide receiver 5 spot, a little bit of the diminishing return. Oof, have some faith, Jeremy. You're getting called out, man. You got to know Jake's in here. How you gonna talk sad about the Panthers?
Jake, that's one of the most depressing things I've ever heard. If we win 9 games, I'll shave my head. Like that's a low bar. If we go barely over 500, I mean, if you do that, I mean, now I want us to win that, but
play the Saints twice. The Tyler Shuck led Saints. We didn't do the Shuck thing.
Here's the thing: is if you go to the Saints subreddit, they're saying the same thing. They're like, "Oh, we still played the Panthers twice." Like, we're everyone's easy win still.
At least you don't have to watch. Hopefully, you don't have to watch any more Andy Dalton games. That was brutal. All right, the Shane Auto Terry, not terrible. Could have been a lot worse, especially with and actually that probably was what do you think? Was that a cute pick?
Like,
probably not, because I think he's still.
It's not a terrible one.
I was just looking at the auto pick of Caleb Johnston coming up here is going to be brutal, regardless of what happens. I like my hair, man. What can I say? Hey, I got told. The wife told me I wasn't allowed to shave my head anymore. COVID shaved my head. Tried to get my not on purpose. I tried to get myself a haircut. I tried to like do the tight on the sides, little on the top.
Did you mess it up so bad?
It was so bad. Yeah, I was like, I guess I'm shaving my head. It was real bad. I don't know if we have a shaved head wheel pick. I'll my wife just said I looked. She said I looked like the Sid from Toy Story. QJ at the A5 is good.
You got hit with the Sid.
Yeah. Actually, I probably should have talked through and considered QJ at the A2 more. I think he is much more of a Harold fan at the 8-6. That's a good pick.
Do I need wide receiver? Yes. Am I going to take one? No.
Dobbins. Big Dobbins guy like me. Doesn't Dobbins just
he's
feel like
RB13.
Dude, usage-wise, it's kind of crazy. Doesn't it feel like he should even be scoring more points with the usage he has right now? He's just not.
Yeah, I mean his usage is incredible.
He's not getting he's getting some touchdowns. I feel like he feels like he should be having. I guess 4 is not terrible. I'm kind of talking on my ass.
The thing too is like even if RV does well, he's still putting up good numbers. Like the only time a Harvey gets run is when J.K. Dobbins has got his. So it's not like I'm getting, like I'm not worried about Harvey just completely removing Dobbins from this situation.
Yeah. This is a fun team. Both bye weeks, set your running backs out of the way.
That's what it's about. I will have to get creative at wide receiver though, because that's gonna get.
I know. I wish I could. Can't board at the 8-11, especially on like a Nabers Nabers team. Like if you're gonna take on the Nabers bet at the 3-2, that feels like I'll take the Cam Ward fall. I get so stressed when Jeremy goes for a haircut. Have you had any bad haircuts recently?
This one I had currently was a bit of a warming up phase. But when I first started dating Becca, I had a bad haircut.
Ooh.
And it was like pre-COVID, I would have like my hair like much shorter. So I like did like a little bit of a fade on the sides, and she was like, the sides of your head are bald. And so now every time I go in, I'm like, do not do that. I'm like, do not. I cannot pull that off because I need to not stress out my wife as much as I can.
Good call. I've learned, the happy wife, happy life thing, especially, I don't need to do the buzz. I would like to. It'd be fun. And if I was a single lad doing a startup mock in my own apartment, maybe I would have a shaved head right now.
So many what ifs.
Do I do another QB after Dak or say F it? So we've got the Chase, JT, Breece. This is just, I feel like you are kind of slotting yourself as if it's Aaron Rodgers, it's Aaron Rodgers, Ooh, the Caleb Johnson auto. Mason Taylor.
He hasn't been terrible.
Favorite restaurant in Charlotte?
I'm in the South End area, so I'm a big fan of like Kid Cashew. I like that. It's like a little Mediterranean.
Oh,
tapas, some pita.
Are you a Thai food guy? You like Thai food?
My wife does.
I love Thai food. Pad
I like
Thai
it
chicken,
some. I'm not
medium,
always the best with the spices.
no bean sprouts. Bang. What's the price tag on Stafford as a contender? Late second, third? I wouldn't scoff at a second round pick for Stafford.
Oh, I mean, Stafford's also been playing very well fantasy wise. So it's not like
he's just
not
probably
insulting.
He's probably right outside of the range that you could get a first for. Like you probably would have to combine. So I think a second is totally fine.
I guess he's had some run. I didn't realize.
Pumpkin curry. As a big Thai food guy, I'm very much a stick with what I like. So like I do not go outside the box if I like something. So, and also Thai food is kind of like I treat it like medicine, when you need to clear your sinuses. That's what the 9th round of the startup starts looking like. Will telling everyone how he clears his sinuses when he's sick.
Great.
Wait, how many I did 15 rounds?
What do
you think? 11?
We could do 11. I don't have a full starting lineup.
Oh, that's no problem.
I guess
we'll do what is this, 12? I didn't count.
Skattebo.
Skattebo. What is this team? You got Judkins. This is interesting. Moves can happen. So I totally get, feeling like you can get more for players. And I guess there isn't really a pick that screams, I need to contend this next year, or this other pick didn't make sense, Like, obviously, Rice feels like a great contending pick, but Rice just feels like a great pick, regardless. Lamar, Rice, Judkins, Garrett Wilson, Bill, T-Law, Kincaid, QJ. Ray, Lay, Ty in Charlotte is so good. My places, Bangkok Peppers 2 is just the close one. But Thai Express in Brighton, Michigan. If you guys are ever in Brighton, Michigan, go to Thai Express and tell them we love Pad Thai. They'll know who sent you. All right, Luther Burden there. Nice.
Jameson Williams still available. Your guy.
I 100% am taking JMO, unfortunately. I'm just going to do a quick tight end check. Some of the names that I would consider here have already gone. Man, see, this is the diminishing returns thing, man. I like JMO bench slot, it's going to be one of those things where it's like I'm unfortunately going to be putting like Lad, Nico on the block, and I feel like I like these guys more than the average dynasty manager. So Will's just going to have a hard time trading. There's some running backs I still like as like the second I'm going to pretend I'm a contender piece.
Burrito Master asked, "What's your take on QJ for the rest of the season and the future?"
It's a great
Last
question.
few weeks got you scared?
I think the last few weeks, I mean, coming off the injury for the one, and he still scored in that game. No targets this last one. I think QJ is just Chargers, JMO, and but there's 4 awesome weapons, which makes it a little sketchier.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I would also add the offensive line injuries that they've dealt with across the board also hinder a lot of the big deep shots that they were able to take earlier in the season. So I'm not scared about him, but you're gonna have to just deal with some games where he's puts up a dud and other ones where he wins you a week.
yeah. I'm gonna go TJ Hawkinson. I probably, if like I could redo the startup draft, I would have much rather have attacked some of these funner tight ends. Like maybe I'm going Fandon at the 8-2, taking a receiver at the 10-2. Like a lot of this is just building through receiver is really fun. Taking the guys I love, like Nico, Lad. This AJ Brown pick is probably like 5'11 AJ Brown seems crazy to me. But in the grand scheme of like the wide receiver position, it's probably isn't crazy, you know?
No, I mean, I almost took him instead of Purdy, and I was like, wait a minute, I don't have a quarterback, and there might be a run.
I mean, I would love, maybe not. I'm not gonna like gas you up too hard. Ooh, I do like that Jalen Moore 9-6 pick. I'm not gonna gas you up too hard.
Come on, let me hear it.
But I would love to be able to click the wide receiver button more right now, and I just can't. I am wide receiver through the flex, 1 bench right now.
Well, yeah, I think too, this kind of opens up the ability for me to attack non-dynasty wide receivers that just have a good outlook for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys that aren't getting picked ahead of Jalen Noel or Pearsall or Burton or Shakir or those guys, but they're still producing just as well.
That moment when you add all the league that you're interested in buying in a nice well thought message only for Will to say me too. Hey man, if I gotta get your at all, you better be ready for me to just say bump, also me.
Yeah, just like jump in on. I'll just jump in on that as well. that was very funny. The me too.
And I'm not gonna stop either. So I don't know if there's a way for you to tag every individual league mate except for me. Then maybe I won't be able to see it in time to do the me too before a trade offer gets sent. But you know, I think it helps.
The me too.
It lets people look. They feel like they have more options to look at, and they look at both of our rosters. Because I feel like a lot of people see that, and then they don't click it at all. What's up, Patty Mills? How could we forget you? Patty Mills, I feel like Patty, maybe I don't think it's the same league, but every roster you send in is always like first starter rank, first. Yeah. I don't know if you guys remember my 14-team Superflex with 85, Lamar and Dart. Yeah, sounds about right. But I was unable to buy a running back, even Warren Will. Dang. Number 1 scorer this week. Would you stay put or still try to hound the RB market? What could you give me like was there a conversation like if they were just asking too much, like you were trying to move like a second for Warren types and they were like, nah, it's going to need to be dynasty player plus second or something? Who do we think a wide receiver? Oof. Oh,
I'll be honest. Rico. I do think you could still kind of play the game of like, let me reach out again. Because as we get to these weeks, people start to change their direction and expectations
Yeah.
of their team and say, oh, now I should probably just sell Warren because my team doesn't look as good.
And if I remember this team, our biggest thing was actually I'll let you make your pick here, and then I'll say what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I mean it's going to get gross, but this is kind of how I built my team. Trying to find some sort of wide receiver that I want to.
There's a couple interesting contending ones. Got Debo.
Yeah, I have a Debo queued. I'm going to hit. Oh, it's going to have to be a bit of a buzzer. We're going Debo just because when he plays, his usage is really solid. And when you're picking in the 10th round, if I can get a guy that can score 20 points, I'm going to take it.
What I was going to say is, Patty, I believe this team, our biggest thing, this was a team that was like number 1 starter rank, but you had a lot of players coming back from injury and were weak at the running back position. And we had kind of talked about trying to buy a running back, even though your team is sick, because it's a team that we felt confident could push for the buy. But if you were number 1 scorer this week, I wouldn't get too crazy and feel like you need to move a first round pick to address the running back position. Like if your team is that insane around that, then you can plug in Jerry McNichols, you can plug in, whatever, RB2. Most just want to dart. More known that is the classic. When we ask what were the conversations like, it usually is just the owner didn't respond. Yeah, that's a bummer. Could someone tell me if I need to drop Skattebo in my redraft league or just put him on IR? If you have an IR spot, I do like putting him on there just to like let him try to win a chip with you, but he is a drop for sure. Unfortunately. It is like already ruled out for the season.
For redraft.
Best wings in
Charlotte. I gotta cut him in my Scott Fishbowl.
Dang, that's tough.
Rest easy, Sweet Prince. You've done good work.
You ever had the wings at Moosehead?
I've not.
Best wings in Charlotte. You're missing out.
Okay, I might have to try that out.
All right, before you make your pick here, Kittle's crew, Sean here, thinks that team can make a run this year. So QBs, you got Bo next, JJ. Actually, I could just do this, I guess. This is probably better podcasting. I mean, JJ, Amon-Ra, Pickens, Addison. Seems pretty nice. It's gonna be the JJ bet, but I mean, the stacking thing is kind of what you want to do, right? If JJ's good, he's bringing those guys along with him.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Or he's bringing them down with him.
Yeah, it's one or the other.
You're either tanking or you're winning.
Ooh, I don't know if I want to do this.
Jane Reed. I feel like I saw some stuff that he might be coming back in a couple weeks. And we did get a question.
You should be.
Who is the wide receiver to own in Green Bay? Golden fell with Watson back? I think, unfortunately, the answer is none of them and all
Dobbs.
of them at cost. And maybe Dobbs.
Dobbs is one I'd like the most.
Dobbs, from a route share perspective, like we've seen consistently with all these guys healthy, he just is the most consistent 2 wide receiver set guy. Like there was like the Dontavian Wicks era of excitement, the Golden Reed rookie hype, the Jaden Reed,
the Bo Melton.
What if he just was in 2 wide receiver sets more? Like it's always been Dobbs. I mean, Tucker Kraft is the receiver you want to own in Green Bay.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, that's the question.
There's a reason I took him in the 4th round.
True. There's a reason I traded for him in the Charlie Daddy League. Suck at DS. Actually, no, I don't even know if I don't even know if Diaz didn't like my side of the trade. I just assumed he didn't. So it's been a suck at Diaz type beat. All right, I went Hawkinson just so I wasn't tempted to take some of these other tight ends. Like there's some like Goddard types I feel similarly about with Hawk. So maybe I could have taken some of these running backs. I honestly thought one of these guys, Tracy Dowdle, Hubbard, would have fallen to me, unfortunately. But
you got David Montgomery.
I don't hate David Montgomery, man. I get the Gibbs stuff, but this is still running back that they want to get involved, right?
You could get a RB1 for the Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson.
I have the Goff stack with like both pieces that you would not want to stack off with. The David Montgomery. And,
It's the
I mean,
Lions
J-Mo's
if they're
fine,
bad.
No, I
Wide receiver 1, J-Mo.
answer is correct. The team morale for sure. All right, on the Gunnar Helm pick. This is IKB
Gunnar
pick,
Helm,
man.
I
I like Gunnar Helm. His like a lot of his metric stuff's pretty good. He looks like a legitimate NFL tight. Oh, last pick. All right, I'm gonna stop hyping up Gunnar Helm so I can make my last pick here.
You're getting carried away.
Is it ever Tua? Is it ever Tua in the 12th round, man?
Are you taking Tua?
I don't want to. I'm just asking the question. I'm just putting it out in the universe. Is it ever him? Trey Benson's interesting. Spears. I'm almost certain I would find... Dude, this is why I should not... Like, I see, like, Shaheed, even Judy falling to, like, the 13th, 14th round. All right, I'm going to do it. Oh, the auto on my name. Wait till Arthur Smith vaporizes Gunnar Helm. No, dude. No way. Who is even gonna coach the Titans next year?
What's his name? The Texas coach. Sarkisian? Tom Brady.
It's got I'm ready. Is he gonna coach the Titans next year?
Serious.
It's got to be an offensive minded guy. Like, there's no way they would do the like Aaron Glenn type hire. Like, it's got to be some sort of tree, you know, the passing game coordinator for the Colts or
Joe
something.
Brady.
Like something like that. Joe Brady. Tom Brady. You mean?
No, that's going to be the
Jacoby. You just can't quit him, man. You can't quit him. Where's Jacoby going? That's another trade deadline guy. Where's Jacoby going?
I don't think he's going anywhere.
Oh, dang it.
That's me trying to do my yes and.
12 by 10 Superflex League. I bought Tua for 2/3 just based on the price and a bye week. Feels so cheap though. Yeah, the Tua thing that's interesting is it's a very, very real possibility that if crazy changes happen to the Dolphins, it unfortunately is like McDaniels is gone and the contract stuff, the owner is like, hey, if we're the next head coach we're hiring, you are bought in on Tua and you're going to make Tua work for the next, you know, the duration of his contract. And then you can address the quarterback position after that if you want. Back to the Pats would be fun. There's some like Pats clearing some cap space stuff going on right now.
That would be good. Jacoby would be good with like Booty.
I got MBS.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think. I know people get fixated on the contract of Tua, but I also think we just saw the Falcons sign Kirk Cousins and then bench him with a massive contract.
Yeah, it could definitely be like a.
I could totally see the owner just be like, "I'm over Tua. Like, draft a guy, run with Tua, see what happens." We'll have Mendoza in the blue. Got the Shadur Sanders, Mr. Irrelevant. This one's for the haters.
Shadur. All right, should we do the? I guess we're gonna hit some of these questions. I want to quick recap the draft because I think this is going to influence a little bit of how I'm going to approach startups next season as well. We talk about building through the receiver position. That was my big thing in startups this year. And I think I'm going to lean a little bit heavier into running back, like, especially early, just in terms of like the value I think you can get a receiver. Like, look at this, like 6th, look at this 5th through honestly 11th, 10th round of receivers. Like, if AJ Brown, Zay Flowers are going to be like 5th, 6th round guys, T Higgins at the 6'10, Addison, Olave, Waddle, Worthy at the 7'11. Like, if you're able to get these receivers at this range, Like, why would you reach? Unless you're super confident you're getting a difference maker, which I do believe in Nico and Ladd, but man, why wouldn't I just take running backs there instead, you know?
Yeah, I think too it's a bit of just like the timing part, right? Like if you know what running backs like J.K. Dobbins, right?
Yeah.
No one cared about J.K. Dobbins until we saw what his actual usage is. And you see it with a bunch of players all over the board. Javonte Williams, right? It's like once you know what their usage actually is, then you feel good taking them in the third, in the fourth, when you would, versus, oh, well, like I'll just take a T. Higgins. I know he'll have some sort of role and have some sort of dynasty value. I like preseason, I would never take even like a Javonte Williams or, anyone like that above that second tier, or I guess third tier of wide receiver, where you're like, oh, they're a wide receiver too. They're kind of locked into a certain role, could grow into something more. So I think it's also a bit of just the timing, because like there's a lot of players where you're like, I don't think I would take that player or that type of player unless I know they're getting that type of rollout.
Yeah. And there's a lot of landmines too, like when you're pushing yourself into like a certain strategy like that. Like if I can't take receivers anymore and it's like, shoot, like I need to take a tight end now. I need to take a running back now because of the way that I've done the startup. And like obviously you can trade, but the startup's the easiest way to build your roster the way you want to. So like yes, you can trade, and if you feel like you can cash out on, like Shane taking Kittle here, 0.75 tight end premium, he can definitely move him. But like when you build your team a certain way, you can kind of box yourself in. Fun exercise, guys. Appreciate that. Let's hit some of these questions, and I know we have a live stream ask from Birds builds I want to hit. So while I'm getting that ready, let's pull up. I traded a fourth for Pittman and Kyle Pitts. Did I lose? No, Gamer Dogs. That is a great trade. I don't even need to ask the format. A fourth? I do that for.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I mean, that's in most leagues, I think a second is like fair for that.
I might get a veto.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is a good point by Big Diaz. So kind of back to the conversation about how the draft board changes midseason, but he talks about trading back, acquiring all those picks because you don't know which one's going to hit, but then all of a sudden you have all those picks.
Why you gotta add the people like Will? Just had to have their guy in there. Okay, I will say
I tried to leave that out. I tried to leave that out for you, Will.
The one had to have their guy moment I had with Big DS that he is potentially referencing, in my defense, is in a start 2 tight end, 0.75 tight end premium best ball league. You got to have your tight ends in that format, man, right? Now, did I pick the wrong tight end? Yes. But the process, I think, was okay.
Which tight end did you pick?
I don't want to say out loud on stream. I traded up for Colson Loveland. And then I traded him for Tucker Kraft.
That's good.
What if it was Kraft? Then it would be like, W pick, Will, you're genius. There we go.
I mean, best ball is a little bit different too. Like I never want to trade up in best ball.
Okay, well,
I would never do that.
Never ever in a million years, even if there was a fire.
You got me. If there was a fire, I would trade up.
Vidal and Tucker. Why am I orange right now? I realized that in the recording. My teeth look really yellow compared to yours. You got beautiful, beautiful white, crisp teeth. I think I can change colors on my little light here. That's worse. All right, never mind.
My light I had to change to more yellowy because it was like
it's a mood lighting here for me. Little
like LED light.
Vidal and Tucker Kraft for Kamara and Ferguson. Who wins? Redraft?
Which one?
Vidal, I guess it's not like the worst dynasty trade in the world, but I'm banking on. I know Ferguson's had an amazing start of the season, but that's been mostly CD Lambless. Give me Kraft and Vidal because in pretty much all formats, like, yes, Vidal might turn to 0 when Hampton comes back, but we still don't know when that is. And he is definitely, unfortunately, I'm saying definitely. I have a decent amount of Kamara, but everything we've seen makes me think he's going to outscore Kamara for the weeks that he is the Chargers running back 1. So give me Crafted Vidal in all formats. He still took Jeremy. I already traded away your first. Wait, who has my first now? I'm never getting it back. They should give it back to me though, because I'm gonna win the MFing league. Highest score this week. Get the word out.
What's your record?
Records are not important.
Are you even in line for a
My
bye?
team is hitting.
You're the 4th seed right now.
My team is hitting at the right time, Jeremy. You wanted to peak early. Wow, Jeremy's team peaked early in best ball. Oh, great. Nah. I got Travis Hunter on my team, brother. It's over. It's over for you. It was over before it started.
Man, you got me. I forgot about Travis Hunter. Now I'm really shaking.
I
didn't realize this, like, half the chat is from Charlotte right now.
Let's
Will says he's moving to the NODA next year. NODA's a great area.
Nice. Any Michiganders? No. Yeah, this is true. Mr. Jonathan, Jeremy Taylor. Honestly, yeah, you got some.
Honestly, I'm carried by Jonathan Taylor and James.
There's some comeuppance. Let's do. Now we're doing a team check on you.
15-1 team. A little bit shaky now that Skattebo's out.
Yeah, let's check here. Where are you at?
I mean, I don't like.
This is wrong. This is wrong.
I don't like counting my dubs.
Yeah, this team is
like,
kind of
bragging.
Skattebo.
The Skattebo injury just kind of evens out the league. If you think about it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, good luck. Rattler, you got Rattler's gone, brother. GG. It's over for you. No more Carson Wentz, brother.
Tutu Atwell on IR is going to kill me, man.
Dude, actually, I really like my team, but I don't know my first. Somebody trade me a running back, please. I've been begging the league to trade me a running back.
The Kraft, Gadsden, Taylor trio and start 2 tight end premium.
Say it louder for the people in the back.
Looking good.
Nah, I got bailed out, honestly, by this case cut trade. Not that I think he lost the trade because he got Devon Achane, which is sick in a best ball league, but it bailed out my team specifically, roster construction wise. Will we play the Lions next season in Carolina? Pull up. Ooh, I am a loser. Let me elaborate. I love watching my football in my office with my big old TV in the back.
The tour.
We gotta do the live stream mask. I promised. With my I'm trying to show my monitor. I'm just showing my crotch. Never mind.
Nope.
I've got 2 monitors here.
The different
2 monitors here. I like putting all the football up there. I got a monitor up here. I like watching football on over here. But if I ever find myself in Carolina for the Lions football game, I will hit you up.
Hey, you got 2 chatters and me.
Yes, who's the running back? Let me know. You can have my first. I'm winning for the next 2 seasons. So, wait, sorry, I have 2.
We're turning into the Will Diaz trade DMs.
Yeah, this is once you start pushing
how it happens.
We're 2 hours in. I can't be a ridiculous live streamer 2 hours and 8 minutes into the stream. No, we do need to get to the
no, you're good.
Birds builds one.
Yeah.
So
I think we have 2. Because we got Alv as well.
Okay.
They're sneaking up on us.
I know. I get behind and then I get real behind. All right. I will. Let me get one queued up. Is there a trade I can? You got any chats while I'm getting this all ready?
Yeah, I can. Big D said go to Rito's Burritos in the hood of Phoenix, Arizona. Get the chimi enchilada style. Sounds good.
I'm a big egg on my burger guy. You guys egg on your burger, guys?
I'm not a big egg guy. I don't know what it is. That's one of those.
You don't know what an egg is?
Can't eat eggs. No, I know what an egg is.
Not a
I
big
mean,
egg guy.
it's
I
just
don't
like
know
a
what it
texture
is.
thing for me.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
I have no idea. I wish I liked eggs.
That's fair.
I always feel weird like when
What do you have for
I'm
brekkie?
with like the in-laws and they're like, "Oh, like
Oh,
let's
yeah.
do breakfast." And I'm like, "Oh, I have to eat like a yogurt or something," and everyone else is having eggs.
Dang. Yogurt. You don't have a better alternative than a yogurt for breakfast?
Well, it's like a yogurt or like a waffle. Like I can't have like a waffle every day.
Just do the waffle,
Like
man.
what if I two?
The yogurt is more 2-year-old to me than a waffle, brother.
No, it's not. Come on.
Come on, chat. Let me know. What's more
some chia
2-year-olds?
seeds, come on.
Yogurt for
No.
breakfast or a waffle? Come on.
Now that you're saying
It's
it like this,
100%
it's not a
yogurt.
come on.
Eggs do not belong on burgers? Burgeres? Is that en español, por favor? Oh, sorry. My bad. Waffles are for men. True. Love egg on burger. There we go. Diaz gets it. Let's go. All right. I am ready. Not yet. Okay, I'm ready. It's kind of funky. They're pulling up in the app.
Yogurt got that protein. I need some protein in the morning. I can't have a sugary waffle. Come on.
All right. That's fair.
Come on. I'll be a sugar crashing by noon if I have a waffle.
Bro, you're worried about your protein, but you won't eat eggs?
Well, I just don't like the texture. I don't like the texture.
Sourdough.
I do want to eat. It's like the two foods I want to be able to eat is salmon and eggs. I wish I liked those.
I do like salmon. Salmon's good. I do have kind of a child's palate, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I do too.
I'm a plain guy. All right, let's hit the. I'm gonna hit the birds builds one because he asked us mid startup if we were doing that. So let's go.
Okay. I will say, yes, Becca did expose me. She's gotten really into sourdough bread. Phenomenal.
I do like sourdough.
Best breakfast out there.
It is very good.
Best breakfast.
All right, here we go. Let's focus, guys. Come on. We're here to save people's dynasty.
Birds builds. He's like, oh, I'm gonna
finally
watch my roster breakdown, and then it's like, why are they talking about eggs and salmon?
All right. Birds built here. Okay. Aaron Jones for which one for this team? Jaden Blue, Kyle Williams, or Isaiah Bond? So this is a 4-12 team. He's trying to offload Aaron Jones. I would prefer a pick versus any of these guys. Would you prefer? Can I get a third for Aaron Jones versus any of these guys? Are you in the same boat?
Yeah, I mean, I would prefer a third. But that being said, if I had to pick one,
can I do Aaron Jones?
Probably just do blue.
Yeah. Can I do Aaron Jones in a third for a second? Is that a possibility? Similar to that Tyron Tracy deal I did. Do you think that gets accepted anywhere in the universe?
Maybe if someone's like really desperate. I mean, I have teams with like Aaron Jones in Kamara, and I can't even get like a third for him.
Yeah.
It's like tough. It's you're not getting great value. And like people want to see it to believe it, and unfortunately, you're like, well, you're going to see it eventually. Like Kamara scores. Aaron Jones is coming back.
I think usage wise, the Aaron Jones stuff was like a little bit positive in terms of, this team playing from behind. Like he might have the role that you hope he has. He
doesn't want to move any picks.
All right, let's find this team. Let's 14-2 team, King Rat. Come on, bro. All right, that's fair. Okay.
It's a good point, Diaz. Yeah, there's a lot of wide receivers already on this team, so like it'd be better just to take the running back. Hopefully, he could get Blue. I mean, would you like Blue in a fourth? He said he didn't want to move any picks, so like,
would you do like Blue and would you try to get like Blue and James Conner?
Yeah, I mean, I would do that. I think James Conner's has a decent shot to have some sort of role.
Would you rather go after Manungai, which obviously you would do more, over those other guys. But
Yeah.
the only tough thing is I don't think you have any interesting contending-ish pieces that aren't just like too much, to do that. Like you immediately contending wise go up to Gibbs and then Downs Puka and then Kyle Pitts.
I think you trade Trey Benson.
Yeah.
Like if he's open to it, I feel like the Trey Benson swap, I don't really know if I trust Trey Benson as like.
Yeah, but the tough thing is I'd
guy.
still want to get a pick versus.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, hey, if including Benson in it could open up blue plus a pick type opportunities.
Yo, what's up, Al? I did get it, and I have you queued up next.
Yes, I appreciate the.
I assume
sticking through it.
Yes, thank you. I assume that Monungai's not on the table for Jones straight up, but I would see Kraft or Titan Premium and Contender.
It's also 14 teams, so you should definitely be able to get more.
Yeah.
Sorry, the Tet or Kraft Titan Premium. If it's a double Titan Premium, would you lean Kraft here?
Full point?
Because
you're saying like full point as double?
Yeah. I don't think if it's 0.75 or below, I'd probably still just take Tet.
I would too. I probably would. I think too, like I think 0.75 is when it starts, but I think full point for sure is when tight ends that can give you those weeks like really, really carry weight in the streets,
Yeah.
And like not that Tet doesn't carry weight in the streets based off of what he's done this year, but as far as like you can move to any team.
Can't talk bad about Tet.
I'm sorry. It's not him at all. It's
no, it's everyone else around him.
Yeah. That's how it be sometimes though.
The Panthers have 4 NFL players on their roster.
Dang. Rico?
I added Rico in there. He used to be 3. Gotta give Rico some love.
Oh man.
I mean, Tet's a decent move, Luke, if you're trying to win now. Right? Like moving Tet for Kraft. Maybe you can get a little plus or a little, because just the dynasty rookie hype train that Tet, he's made some amazing catches out of bounds. Like those things can sell.
Yeah. And that's the tough thing with like assets like Tet is it is just a lot of dynasty value you're parking on your roster versus production.
He has Kraft.
Oh, okay. Ooh, yeah, that is interesting.
If I'm contending, I'm probably just holding. Because I don't know if a 1-for-1 swap is something I can easily get.
Who's your current tight end, and what is the tight end premium? Like how much is the tight end premium, and what's your current? Give us your wide receiver. I mean, if you're really here for the next 5 to 7 minutes, give us the starters, your wide receiver room, tight end room,
your credit card number,
your Vin. I was gonna say VPN. We're starting to hit the point where like the Will jokes.
VPN.
The Will jokes
I thought you were about to say VPN. I was like, I don't know what
your VPN.
You guys are VPN, man.
Bro, you're chilling, brother. You got Gadsden. Come on. I'm a Gadsden believer, man. Where is he? Let's do this real quick.
2 first.
Gadsden or Loveland?
Gadsden,
same. Okay, Gadsden. Let me do this with you. Gadsden or Jake Ferguson?
Gadsden.
Gadsden or Kittle?
Gadsden.
Okay, Gadsden or Kraft? You're going Kraft? I think you have to.
Kraft for sure.
Gadsden or Laporta?
Still Laporta, but it's not as
but your voice is quaking a little bit when you say
it. I think it's like, to me it's like Bowers, McBride, Warren, and Kraft. You're not touching those guys. Then after that, like Gadsden's is in that tier.
Yeah.
I'd still probably rather have Laporta, but I also feel like I could do something else with it.
4 flex is interesting. 8-man 4 flex. Super shallow. It almost makes me want to lead into like the difference making. Well, it is 0.5, which makes it a little less difference making. Yeah.
With the 4 flexes, yeah, I mean,
I assume the war is not as crazy as you think it is based off of this last craft week.
Because Tet has to do a lot to be truly a difference-making wide receiver in this format.
Yeah.
And if Kraft's already a difference-making tight end. So I'm getting at least some difference-making production. And I can slot in Gadsden into a flex spot. And what's the difference between Gadsden and Tet right now? It's Gadsden scoring way more. So and when I feel like, why would I give up production?
When you calculate it out too, like pure, this is going to be like the worst breakdown of math because I'm not going to pull up the war chart. We're going to go into the next question here. But how many Gadsden receptions or Kraft receptions do you need to equal Kraft receptions in a game, right? When it's the 0.5 tight end premium, you could take half of that. Something like that. Yeah, and the dynasty value thing too is, I agree. I think next year, 2 seasons from now, you go to KeepTradeCut, you go to Dynasty Daddy, dynasty-daddy.com. Tedo and McMillan is going to be higher than Kraft, but the production conversation is tough with that. And I think you could probably find a different trade. Like if you're set on moving Kraft and you're like, I've got Gadsden, let me move Kraft. Like, can you go up higher? Like, can you go to Rice? Can you go to a wide receiver you think is going to be difference making for you in a 0.5 tight end premium? Okay. I peeked up and it was just all waffle related. So I'm ready to move on to Alv's question. And this is a number 1 starter rank, number 2, number 1 overall rank, number 1 starter rank. Here we go. Shout out to Alv. 12 team Superflex PPR 1.5 tight end premium. Found myself contending this year after moving Mahomes and Worthy for a package of picks. Amon-Ra and Stafford this offseason. Ooh. Needing an RB2 and RB depth, I made 2 trades. 27 first and a 27 second for CMC and Keenan. 27 second and third for Monty. I still have my 26 first, projected to be 12th, that I'm trying to hold to replace my QB2 during the draft. Stafford may retire as a trade piece, but do you think it would be better used now to help me in a playoff push? Any QBs you would target for a late 26 first? Thanks, guys. Bijan, CMC, Woody, Monty, Amon-Ra, JSN, Igbuka, Olave, Ferguson, Gadsden, tight end. 3 firsts in 2027.
I like that. I mean, I think this team is one that's like, oh, cool. Like, I'm a contender all of a sudden. I think ultimately, like the first thing that really jumps out to me is like, again, you have way too many wide receivers on this roster. And if you're worried about QB depth, I'd rather just roster guys like Malik Willis.
Yeah, Malik Willis needs to be on your roster yesterday. Yeah.
Just to have that extra barrier. I mean, that being said, you have Dylan Gabriel who's getting some run, and given the amount of or the lack of picks that you currently have, I don't know if I want to like buy a QB3 right now. Like if Stafford goes down or something, I can deal with the Gabriel experience or then make a move then. Unless if there's like an easy, obvious buy candidate, which I don't know if there is.
Yeah, I was trying to peek around to see if there's any like the Lamar team is 1-7 or something, but I think
the Prescott team is 3-5. Kyler Murray team is 1-7.
I mean, would you trade? Would you trade a first for Daniel Jones? Is that a bad use of one of your 27 firsts? On this 3-5,
think it is
Dart Baker, Daniel Jones.
I don't think it is, but I also don't.
I don't think you need to. Is the thing.
That's the thing. Like I don't really want to move at first,
especially
because I don't have any seconds. I don't have any thirds. Like I really have to kind of like I guess I have 2/3, but I don't have any seconds to kind of patch these holes.
Yeah, that's true.
So to me, I'm like, I'm just going to kind of ride with what I have. And then if I need it, then I dip into my first round picks. Because saying, hey, do you want a 2028 second round pick for Sam Darnold? Everyone's going to be like, come on, dude. What are you doing?
Yeah, I have a similar team to this that is just like pretty sick contending team, and like the assets are pretty sick. Like obviously Amon-Ra, JSN, Ikbuka, Bijan, like it's pretty nasty, and you got Gadsden Ferguson as well. And I had Josh Allen and JD5, and I ended up waiting until I needed to. Like I have a ton of backups, so I ended up playing Mariota as well. But like bye weeks hit, and I traded, or it was a Josh Allen bye week, and I traded a third for Flacco and a fourth, which I think is really cheap for Flacco, like buying for the rest of the season. But like those kind of moves when you need to do them versus feeling like you need to trade a first right now for a quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, if there's any quarterback to buy, it'd be like a Flacco if you're worried. 1-7 has Joe Flacco. You could probably do a third, fourth swap or something like that, or just send a third. And you're like, that would be the type of guy I try to get. I don't want to spend it first if I don't have to.
Yeah.
Because being the number one ranked team and then also having 4 first round picks in the next 2 years is the perfect way to say, what happens if McCaffrey gets injured? Well, it doesn't matter. I have 4 first round picks. You know, I can dump a bunch of youth into my team or make deals if I need to. I don't want to kind of say, cool, I have all these picks. Let me be aggressive and try to buy when I don't really need to right now.
Yeah. And the nice thing too is like, you're 6-2 right now, you're contender. Like I don't know if you have a trade deadline in this league, but once you start approaching like teams, it's not just the 1-7 team that knows it's tanking. It's one of these 3-5 teams that lost 3 weeks in a row and is 3-8 and is like, well, I guess I'm just screwed. Like that's when you having 3 firsts in 2027 is really appealing for, you know, buying the 3-7 team that has Lamar and is like, fine, you know, I'll cash out for a couple firsts and like a dynasty wide receiver or something.
Yeah. I mean, that's exact. Because like right now it's like, oh, I'm still contending. I'm not trading away my star. Right. But when it's like, crap, I'm the 7th or 8th team most likely. Let me get ahead of it. At least, you know, get a first round pick. And you can all of a sudden get bargains because now you kind of have some leverage in that situation.
Yeah. Love it. This is a sick team though. Like I would not push yourself to make a move. I mean, I assume you're showing up. Like I'll look at these other high starter ranked teams. Starnold's like, yeah, Rome, AJ Brown, Smith, McBride, Gibbs. But like, dude, this even this team, the second, there's only 2 contender teams right here. Like your team showing up to a fight with Bijan, CMC, Amon-Ra, JSN, Ikbuka, Olave, Gadsden Ferguson. Like your team is nasty. You do not need to feel the need to push in to slightly upgrade your quarterback projection or to calm your nerves about the QB3 spot. Unless you need to, like Stafford gets hurt or he announced he's retiring, and then heading into the offseason, you could address that with your 327 firsts. Nice. Beautiful.
You got 2 more live stream masks are popping off.
Is Bruce Young playing this weekend, Jeremy?
Who's Bruce Young?
Bryce Young? Sorry. We're getting 2 hours into the stream.
Is he?
I would like to know if you have any intel. I haven't seen any practice report stuff.
I haven't heard.
I don't want to be subjected
the goal
to
is
another.
To have him practiced Wednesday. But I don't know, man. I'm just done with it. I just want to.
It's the Packers, right?
Yeah. I just want hope, man. I was so spoiled having Cam Newton. I was just like, he's the coolest quarterback, man.
It's pretty cool.
Now I have like a little kid that runs around. And he'll make some good plays, and then sometimes he just falls on his face, and I have to like be like, this is how I'm spending my Sunday. At
least you got Rico. You got
Rico is sick.
Incoming 65% snap share Rico.
Too bad we signed Rico and then right after we paid Chuba Hubbard for 4 years and $40 million or whatever. Bad teams stay bad.
All right. It's game time. You ready? All right, we got team here. Coach Map, thank you for the live stream ask. If you guys aren't in the Discord, this is how we're pulling these up. These are people putting the Dynasty Daddy link and questions that we add to the stream here and review the team. Definitely join the Discord. Link in the description if you're not there. 4-4. Made some trades by adding Olave, Dobbins, and Kamara this year. Have had some bad injury luck, but feel like I have a team that can win it all. I need a wide receiver and a backup quarterback. I only have 2 starting wide receivers this week. LOL, I really want to just use my seconds and thirds to add those positions. I have an opportunity to add Downs and Daniel Jones for a second and 2 thirds. Would you do that, or is there a better receiver I could target with those picks? Or should I shoot for the moon with my 27 first? No QBs on waivers. I also have tons of starting running backs, 12 team, 1 QB, full PPR, no tight end premium. I would for sure like to be adding a quarterback on a good contending team that's 4-4, 100%.
Is my hot take here is I do not really want to
do that
trade for anyone.
I would keep phone lines open and see for sure if Lamar is playing, because I see Huntley on waivers, and I guess it's probably got to be Fields after winning this last week, so that's probably less interesting.
I think Tyrod's still injured. I mean, you can buy a quarterback for so cheap, though, in a 1 QB league. Like, go to one of these 1-7 teams. They have Kyler, Trevor Lawrence, Jackson Dart, and Spencer Rattler. I guess Rattler doesn't count anymore. But you're going to be able to find somebody if you're like, I need somebody. Sam Darnold, Stafford, Lamar Jackson. They're 6-2 though.
Who has Flacco?
Daniel Jones, Love.
He's got Burrow too. Can I get what's Tyler Shuck cost?
I mean, they got Caleb. They're
1 week
of
Tyler Shuck, man. What does that cost me?
Yeah, I mean, I would just toss a third out. But I don't think this is a team where I
like Stafford, like Lamar, Darnold, Stafford. How like I would be going as cheap as possible. Like I know it's nice to feel better about like the weekly projection of like Daniel Jones, and I don't dislike Josh Downs, but
I mean, you already got so many good players. I mean, you got Hurts.
Tua.
You have like
what
all your flex spots are locked in. You have Warren and Gadsden and Pitts. Like, to me, I'm like, your team is set. Like, you just need to be healthy. Like, I'm not trying to sell any of my picks really, because I think this team is kind of loaded to go. If I was to sell anything, it'd be like, okay, can I tier up off of somebody? Can I take Travis Etienne in the first and try to get to like someone higher up that would have more of a difference? But that being said, I already sold my first and second this year.
Yeah.
My team looks like it should have, I'm 4-4. So I'm not like the favorite, but my team is pretty locked in terms of I should be able to win and stay in the mix and make the playoffs. So, like, I don't think making that move would get you a bye, so I don't really want to do that. Like, you're probably out at the bye since there's a 7-1 team and 2 6-2 teams.
All right, it's big play bonuses for 100-yard games and some passing yard bonuses as well. I don't see a tight end premium. Would you try to move Tyler Warren or Gadsden on this league in this team to like maybe alongside for one of those running back upgrades that you were talking about? So like
if there's a market available.
I mean, this guy's just rolling out Kelsey. That's the tough thing about we talk about the
7-1 team is your angle. They have Odunze, likely or rare, yeah. So
yeah,
that's
if you
probably
go after Kyron or Cook, even Javonte too. Can I get a quarterback plus?
You're probably not getting Cook.
A running back for. Plus. I mean, if you come with Tyler Warren.
But I think that's your best bet. Like the biggest upgrade would be like, can I put in another absolute stud into my running back room?
Yeah. And then I would use that same kind of deal. Like if you're coming correct, like you're doing the tight end deal, I would try to angle it like, you have 4 quarterbacks and one of them's not going to have a job next year in Tua. Can I get Tua plus a running back for Tyler Warren?
Yeah.
Or Gadsden. Because I love both of these guys, but no tight end premium. You aren't. I mean, I could see myself flexing them with like this wide receiver room and this running back room, but I would just rather use one of them to upgrade that, like the running back position, and not be flexing a tight end.
No, I agree. Cool. I think we have one more live stream ask, and we have a couple chat questions.
All right, I'll let you hit.
I can hit some of these questions.
All right, I just pulled up this Burrito Master one. What are your thoughts on selling a tight end in a 12-team non-tight end premium? I've got Kraft, and I'm wondering about selling high. What would you shoot for?
What are your thoughts? I don't know, like non-tight end premium, what Kraft would get you is.
I get asking the question after what just happened on.
I get
night, yeah.
The hard part about it is like a lot of people, especially with all these rookie tight ends that have come in, a lot of people are just gonna be like, I'm fine with Fannin. Like, why would I pay up for Kraft?
Tight end's hard.
I'm fine with Gatson. Like, yeah, it's gonna be hard to really sell. I think you're probably looking at like a second plus a little piece or something. Like, I don't think you're getting a crazy big price unless if a team is so desperate. And at that point, I probably just hold. I think Kraft is going to be kind of seen as like one of the big 3 type guys, especially if that usage keeps going. But he's certainly up there with like the Laporta tier guys. So I probably just hold and be like, cool. Like I got an elite player that I'm never going to really be able to sell for elite value.
Yeah.
I like this one. Big Diaz, I did see that clip. The clip of the young Jets fan that was interviewed that said, I hate this team. I was born into this. I ain't leaving though. I feel that. I
felt that for a while. We got a Lions pillow back here.
Ever since the Super Bowl where Von Miller snatched my heart and ruined my life, it's never been the same. Anyway, who is your top target for contenders that you'll be willing to overpay for? I think this is kind of a good segue into the video that we'll be dropping sometime this week.
I wasn't listening, and I heard the video part.
Contenders, some contender buys that we feel, especially with the playoff schedule, kind of looking at that and saying what players should we target. But you mentioned Bucky. I do feel like Bucky is probably someone that I'm kind of willing to just overpay, like pay the real price for Bucky Irving at this point. Yeah,
I think, and that, like Jeremy said, be on the lookout. Hopefully tomorrow afternoon, you'll see that post to the channel. Make sure you got the alerts on. Dynasty Daddy YouTube channel. Subscribe, like.
Nody gang.
But yeah, I talk about Bucky Irving being one of my favorite contender buys right now. And it is a combination of the playoff schedule, expectation for the second half of the season, and then, I think a little bit of a, uncertainty, obviously around the injury. Got the bye week this week as well. Like a lot of these times, like these difference-making running backs, when they're acquirable, and just across any position, like the fair price is that they can be bought off of somebody's roster. And I think Bucky is one of those backs that, like, when you really look at the numbers and what he does when he's on the field, and especially what I think this Bucks team needs, I think he's going to be a top 8 guy that's going to be treated like a fringe RB1. All right, I am ready whenever you are.
Yeah, let's knock this out.
All right, here we go. Who should I target for a tier up? This is a 10-team start 8 single quarterback. I am Apostates, got that here. This is a super team, 5-3. Trying to contend. I want to tier up at receiver or running back. I did really well in the draft. Traded Amon-Ra for JSN and the 110 Igbuka. Ooh, W. and drafted Hampton 102. I traded my 26 first for Henry after Hampton went down. Single quarterback, Lamar, Bijan, Derrick Henry, Swift. I mean, do you need to upgrade on this team? Bijan?
I don't think I am. Just given, like, it's kind of a similar, like, if I'm going to win, I'm going to win. Like, I kind of made my bed.
Especially after already moving the 26 first.
Yeah, like, I could trade Odunze in the first to try to go get another stud, but Odunze might score just as well. And it's like, well, like, I feel like this is a solid bet to make. If there's anything, like, it's kind of the Gadsden bit of, wait, I have Gadsden, and he's actually good. And now I have two tight ends that I don't know which one to start. But yeah, I mean, I think...
Like, you're not starting Olave every week. You're not starting Addison every week. Like, this team is nasty.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, this is one of those ones where it's like maybe I trade like an Addison or something and just try to, or trade Tez Johnson, try to recoup some value where you can.
Yeah. I know I don't like doing these backtrack.
Solid
for sure. I don't like doing these backtrack, and I get the Henry buy for sure. But I feel like this, I guess it is single quarterback, so you have to treat first a little bit differently. But man, like just playing Swift every week versus Henry, like how much different would that production have been for you while Hampton's been out? And I get wanting to have a third running back. Like you feel a little naked when you look down and see Tyler Algier and Zonovan Knight, Kareem Hunt. But I probably would have rather have gone grosser and kept my first. But hey, you're contending, man. Derrick Henry probably will smash with the Ravens for the second half of the season, so I don't hate it. Yeah, I don't like doing these. Oh, go ahead.
He did respond. He said, I feel like I might not need to tear up, but I feel like I'm losing value when two of those 6 wide receivers will be on my bench. And yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of the angle. It's like, cool, I hit on like JSN and Egbuka and all these guys are crushing it. So it gives me some flexibility to say, maybe I trade like a Rome or like maybe I trade one of those guys and just try to stack the deck because my team's already a super team. My team is already loaded. I could trade Bijan for Gibbs, but like, who knows? I can make a trade like that. But at the end of the day, you have made your bets. Like, can I get some future picks to just continue to keep this thing going when injuries happen and things like that? And I think maybe an Addison, a Olave, a Odunze, whatever one you kind of want to move, that's probably a smart move if that's out there.
Yeah, that's something we talk about in these like super teams that are sick and stacked. Like when you can turn your excess into first round picks, like that's how you keep things going. Like you were talking about, like what you can do is if you use too many of those first, and you're like, well, damn, I got to bench Olave, I got to bench one Addison, or your running backs are all healthy, and it's you're benching DeAndre Swift every week. That's when you wish that you had turned one of those into a first round pick. So I would probably be willing to like whichever. I mean, obviously I'd love to move one of Olave or Addison just in terms of expectations for this year. Like if I'm really contending and I already moved my first for Derrick Henry, I'd rather move like Olave or Addison, who I don't feel 100% confident on giving me difference making production versus the other 4 guys. So like if you could move one of those in a second or a third to get a first round pick, I'd be down to do that. Or one of those tight end moves like you talked about. But it seems pretty sick.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of those ones that you print out Dynasty Daddy and put it on your fridge.
I got one of those. And I'm also actually no, I'm 6-2. I started off 2-1 with one of my fridge teams. It made me really sad. Yeah, so it's been for sure. And that's like the hindsight thing. And it's tough too because this is the kind of team, and CD being hurt definitely hurts you for sure. Hampton going down hurts you for sure. But Lamar being down has probably hurt a lot of the quarterback production. But this is the kind of team where you really want to push for the bye because, and I think you've already done it. I'm not saying like do more to push for the bye. I'm saying I get the Derrick Henry for a first trade like that I was kind of talking about it earlier. Because this team should have the bye. All right, I Wow, 245. We really done did it, huh? Look at us.
I know. This was our magnum opus.
Dang. This is minus 30 minutes for my video editing, but don't worry. My job tomorrow can wait while I get those contending buys ready for you guys. Be on the lookout. Really appreciate it. Yeah, for sure. Anytime. And by anytime, I mean in the Discord, and especially Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Jeremy, any parting words for the people?
My parting words are, what would you give up for Bowers? Brandon said, I'm texting a fellow league mate. He has Bowers, Kraft, and is willing to sell Bowers low. What's the max you're giving up for him? I have all my first next 3 years. I'm also rebuilding 1 and 7 with 3 firsts next year. But 2 firsts that are not your own.
What's the tight end premium? Do we know?
I don't know. Just a gut take.
0.5 tight end premium. If it's 0.5, I mean, I still treat Bowers like two firsts type beat in a 0.5 for sure.
I would send 2 firsts that were not my own. Then I'd still have my early pick, and I'd walk away with Bowers.
Yeah.
Just wanted to hit Brandon's question since
for sure.
We answered a lot.
Man,
we've been here almost 3 hours.
It's crazy.
I'm surprised. Honestly, big shout outs
to my bladder,
to you and your bladder.
Bladder. I was going to say, I wonder why I haven't had to pee. And I realized that my throat's really dry. I have not been cranking out the water, so it's give and take. I've not found the perfect ground, but I made it to 2 hours and 45 minutes. So shout out to me. Great draft. Appreciate you guys hanging out. These streams would not be as enjoyable or go 2 hours and 45 minutes if not for you guys and your questions. Love yapping Dynasty with you all. Jeremy, any real parting words? I know you used your parting words to answer Brendan's question, which is much appreciated.
I'm just a man of the people.
Dad of the people.
I mean, keep plugged in to the channel, to the site. Got some exciting stuff in the works. So definitely hang out there. And we got a video coming next week, and every Tuesday night you mark it down, right? Your
family calendar
next to you're right next to your kid's bedtime, and your whatever else you got going on at 9:00. Dancing with the Stars. That's what my wife does. Got a circle 9 p.m. Tuesday nights every week.
Heck yeah! Appreciate you all. See you next Tuesday, and see you before then in the Discord. Link in the description. Site is amazing. I appreciate all the work you do. I didn't even know you had a YouTube, so I was on the site and saw it pop up. Yeah, shout out to Jeremy. That is 100% of the site work, and shout out to me. I'm some of the YouTube guy work stuff. So appreciate you all. Much love. Peace out.